Rusty!
I knew you would.
I did too.
I was waiting for it.
Me as well.
Never disappoint.
Hello, good evening, hi, good morning to our Nana and Rusty.
Time zoners.
Time zoners.
How's it going?
Would you like to go first, Nana, again, since you're on top of us?
Oh yeah, I am on top of the world. Yeah, I'm good. I've got like a little scratchy cough going on. I think it's just from air quality issues lately. But yeah, I'm fine. Nothing much going on here. Peaceful day at home. Oh, I fired the incompetent dude at work who and like the CEOs are just like, they're too lazy to call the police or sue him for embezzlement. So they're just like, you can quit or whatever. And he's like, I don't want to quit. They're like, you want to work in the warehouse cleaning toilets or something?
Oh
I don't
my
know.
God.
Japanese labor law is really complicated, essentially. So it's just kind of like, it's more worth it to have him like harass him until he quits on his own than to try to fire him. So even though they could just call the police, like they could literally just arrest him. So, but they're like, it's going to be more expensive than it's worth. This bitch doesn't have any money. So if we like try to sue him, we're not going to get that money anyway. So I'm like, okay, whatever. But I had to tell some other people in the company. They just looked at me like, what the fuck is going on? I'm like, yeah, welcome to my life. No, they're just like, they're like, and the police haven't been involved? I'm like, no. They're like, why? I'm like, I don't know. Anyway, that's been my life lately. I'm going to tell them I'm quitting soon. So then every time they ask me to do something, I'll be like, oh, no, I don't care anymore. So I won't.
Nice. That's a boss move.
I know. I'm telling them on probably Monday, I guess.
Oh, wow.
I'm like, oh, I am firing that guy, but I don't care about anything. So anyway, good. Well, how are you guys doing?
Yeah, we've got Rusty and Mrs. Rusty also here.
Yes, I mean, we were talking before the stream started about touching grass, and you have a little, you've literally been touching grass today, haven't you, darling?
I mowed our like front lawn, and the grass was like, it's been raining a lot here, and so the grass just grows like it's nobody's business, and it was above knee height, and
to the point where like the mower is struggling with it. It's like, this is your one fucking job. Like to the mower, obviously not to you, darling.
Yeah, like our mower was conking it. So then yesterday we went on a
6-hour round trip to get your mother's mower.
Yep.
And it's like hilly terrain. But as you were mowing today, what happened? Was there a moid, perhaps?
So
wild moid appeared.
I don't know what people
in the tall grass.
In the tall grass. Oh, no.
Yeah, so like we're on like a cul-de-sac.
A cul-de-sac, that's the word. A circle street also works for anyone whose brain's not working like mine.
That's okay.
He pulled up as he went to like turn around, and he was like,
"You don't know this man, right?"
No, I have no idea. Never seen his car before. Just a white car. And he's like, "Excuse me, you're not mowing properly." And I was just like, "Well, you're welcome to mow my yard if you want." And he was like, no thank you, have a good day, and then drove away.
Fucking nerve of this fucking guy.
Like,
what a nerd.
I know
weirdos.
Well, like, I wasn't mowing in straight lines, which everyone else does here, but like I was just trying to get the mower to get through the fucking long grass.
Yeah.
And I was like, I will go through later and do it properly.
It's like, sir, I will mow you in a second.
Yeah. Like, let me go get a knife and hit you with it and see how you feel. But yeah, I was like, just the audacity of this man.
And then I was having a
nerd.
I came out to give you some water, and I was like, how you going? You're like, oh, not great. And I was like, I'm going to do a stream soon. You're like, I'm coming. I feel mean today.
I feel very good today.
Stopped right inside, like, it is my time.
I've had a week with, like, both clients and just the general public and, like, medical professionals. So, like, I am ready to fight.
Yeah.
So,
Are you ready to fight other fake? Are you ready to fight fake lesbians?
Anyone.
That's mostly what we're doing.
Oh yeah, especially that. So I'm glad I didn't have to see my mother yesterday.
Yeah.
It was good.
She might not have survived. You're getting lots of supportive comments in the comments, darling. Like, what a loser. He could have just stayed quiet and saved himself the embarrassment. Suburban dad behavior. Next time, just yell, nerd.
Yeah.
Wow,
like
invested in my lawn care much?
Yeah, sounds like even he was shocked by his audacity. Does your neighborhood have an HOA or something? No, he was just some random fucking guy. It's just some fucking old mate.
What's
Oy.
a HOA?
What's a HOA? It's like a housing, like it's like where you
Home-
have to like keep home association.
Homeowners
Homeowners
association.
association.
It's like very
Yeah.
American, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like when
Oh,
the neighborhood
okay.
makes you sign like a contract that says that they can boss you around about what your house looks like on the outside,
Yeah.
like the lawn
and
and
when
the
you can
fences
have
and
your
stuff.
bins out and stuff like that.
Yeah,
we don't do that here.
Oh no, we don't do that.
No,
No,
I've
same
I've
here.
heard about it from like Reddit stories. I'm like, oh my god.
But like,
It's
I'm
very
just
common,
glad
yeah.
that the weird neighbor who lives next to us now his lawn looks really bad compared to ours.
Exactly.
So I feel better.
Fuck you, old mate, and put some fucking pants on when you come outside. How about that?
No, he literally just comes out
In his
without a
fucking
shirt
jocks.
and just like
Male underwear,
male underwear, but like not like the
Wow.
briefs that come down, like budgies. No,
budgie smugglers,
Budgie
like
smugglers.
Speedo,
like
Speedo
speedos.
cut.
Like
And just sits out there, and it's like, mate, I'm trying to get to my car. I don't need to know you that well.
yeah,
Really, I don't even know
Wow.
your name.
yeah. It's just like don't move because I don't want to see anything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ugh.
disgusting.
No kidding. Well,
I found where all the toads live. Sorry, that's a different story. We have toads in Australia.
Cane toads are
Cane
an
toads.
invasive species in Queensland. They were introduced to get rid of bugs on sugarcane, and now they are like a national epidemic.
Yeah.
So they're just everywhere, and the toads do have like a poisonous toxin that they can squirt, and can kill dogs and stuff.
But there's like little baby
Australia.
ones and they're very cute.
The little baby ones are very cute,
Yeah.
but one got into our house the other day. That was not good.
Yeah, and I saw a lizard that was probably about like a dropped house skink that was probably about 50 centimeters long.
Yeah,
wow.
yeah, a lot of those. A lot of lizards. Our cat brought a lizard that was alive into our bedroom and just let her loose.
Yeah.
So then we spent the next day having to catch this fucking lizard, who dropped its tail, so the tail was like wriggling around without it.
Do you want to tell
Gross.
them what the senior cat did?
Ran out of the room, scared.
Yeah, she went and put herself
Aw.
up really high because it was spooky.
Miss Muddles.
That's
The
so
plot
cute.
is terrible.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the Aussie update.
Yeah.
I'm also here.
Rusty's
It's
update
about
is
my
that she
wife.
is here.
Mm,
Yeah, and I love my wife.
Oh.
Very good.
Just in case anyone was wondering.
My update is I'm dog sitting, and the
What
house
kind
I'm-
of dog this time?
She is a pit bull.
Oh,
Cute.
I've been caring for her for 3 years. She's a very anxious, nervous, rather pathetic dog.
oh.
Yeah, she's very sweet, but yeah, she's rather pathetic. But also,
We support pathetic
That's
women
what-
here, okay?
That's what's been said about me many a time. So
I'm kind of relating to this dog on an emotional level.
but yeah, the house that I'm sitting in, there's a suite in the basement, and the guy, he has some friends over, and they're doing yard work in the backyard. So like, I hope you can't hear them like chainsawing and shit. But
That's right.
we'll see.
Nah, it's okay.
We'll see. And then yeah, so that's it. But yeah, for stream tonight, we decided we didn't want to we just wanted to do like a riff stream. We'll have
Mm-hmm.
a topic heading and we'll just go off on the topic. Keep in mind, we love and appreciate everyone who gives their time to us on streams, but
Don't be
you
mean.
listen at your own risk. We all have very strong opinions.
You were gonna say periods, weren't you? We
No,
also
yeah,
have very
strong
strong
periods.
periods.
I think I was trying to say opinions and perspectives. Anyway, we all have very strong opinions on some of these topics as it relates to lesbian issues, and you might be offended. Just keep that in mind. But we're all entitled to our opinions, and that's that.
At the end of the day, our opinions also like do not affect you, because I don't know if you guys don't know this. I don't make any sort of like legal policy or anything.
Yeah.
So, like,
Yeah.
I'm not in Congress. I'm not a senator or a prime minister of anything. So my opinion literally means nothing. So
Oh, that reminded me. Speaking of prime minister, Canada had an election on Monday
Oh, nice.
for our new prime minister.
The
And
lefties got in, didn't they? Or-
yes, our Liberal
Nice.
Left Party won a 4th term in a row. which is insane because just a week prior to the election, the polls had the Conservatives at 20 points ahead. And I was really actually not that confident. I thought that we were going to get the Conservatives. But it turns out, so in Canada, we have multiple parties. It's not just two like the United States. There's there's many, but there's about 4 or 5 main contenders, which would be the Conservatives, the Liberals, the New Democrats, the Green Party, and the Bloc Québécois. And in droves, normal NDP and Bloc Québécois parties abandoned their favorite party to vote Liberal and ensure that we did not get the Conservatives. So many NDP and Bloc Québécois people lost their seats because their ridings or their counties went Liberal. So it was actually kind of really nice, like, and unifying to see people abandoning their favored parties to vote for a party they don't necessarily like that much to ensure the Conservatives did not get in. It was kind of like a really nice unifying.
Voting against rather than for. I think more people need to understand that is what voting is about. It's like you won't always get your favorite blowbo in, but you need to like make sure your least favorite blowbo doesn't get in.
You also just need to be realistic. Like you need to work within the system. Like it's, you know, it's unfortunate, but that's how it goes.
Yeah, there's not going to be a revolution today, so what can we do within the confines that we have? Because we just had our election voting is actually today, but we voted early. It was so easy. I love our elections because you just show up and they just, like, there's usually a representative of most major parties, and they just give you a brochure, and they're like, if you want us to go first, here's the order, you put the numbers. Very simple.
Oh,
and
you have
tell them about the
ordered
Liberals.
voting is nice.
Yeah.
The Liberal Party here is actually the Conservative Party. It's like the right-wing parties, and they are blue, whereas the left-wing party is red. And
same here, Rusty.
It fucks me up real bad.
Exactly.
I know.
But
it's
we
because
were
in the United States they switched to platforms like what, like 100 years ago or
Yeah.
something. Like they used to, like, I don't remember why. Just to be confused.
But we were in line, and the people were doing like all their handing out, because most parties will just try and hand you a brochure, but we were holding hands in line, and the right wing party did come by us, and then they like retracted their brochure and walked quickly past.
Yeah, I want to mention this comment from Plum Plumie about considering how Trumpy the Conservatives are all over the world, and Trump being like, I'm going to invade Canada. It's reassuring to see Canadians going, hell the fuck no. Yeah, it is. However, this is not on topic of our stream at all, but here we are. I live in Alberta, which is a Conservative stronghold. We have elected Conservative government for 50 years in a row.
Shit.
Holy crap.
Damn.
Yeah, so like there's, in where I live, there is no hope for voting any, like, it does not matter. The Conservatives are going to win by a lot. So it's not even close, like not even close. Anyway, but yeah, it's been really nice to see. Regardless, most of normal Canada has been like, no, fuck this shit. We don't want anyone. We call them the Maple Magas.
That's cute.
We've got our own like Trump wannabe party here as well. They're like a new one, like the Trumpet for Patriots, and their slogan is "Make Australia Great."
Wow.
And they keep putting up these ads where they're like, "Woke is hurting Australia," and I'm like, I can't believe you're a professional politician. You just fucking said that on TV.
You guys,
That's embarrassing.
Oh no, you died.
Anyway, yeah, so we call them Maple Megas, like Make America Great Again, but Canadian Maple Megas. And the leader of that party, Pierre Poilievre, is a fucking tool. And not only did he not win the prime ministership, he lost his fucking seat in parliament too.
Take the L.
Good.
Yeah. So that's that. Anyway, that's what's going on in my world. So yay, we have a Liberal prime minister. I'm very grateful. And yeah.
Good steps.
Okay. So shall we dive into our first topic?
Hell
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. I'm going to also figure out again how to hotspot my phone. So I'm gonna move us on to our first topic.
Nari's
And
queen.
you two have at it while I hotspot.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
this
here
whole
we go.
this whole thing.
Yeah, drag it out again. I can give it another beating.
All right. Let's beat this dead horse, Rusty. What do we think about the butch femme
It's dumb.
obsession?
It's dumb
It's
as
dumb.
shit. It's just gender identity for fucking lesbians. Like
It's just clothes, man. It's not that
Yeah.
deep.
Or like weird like heterosexual romance novel roleplay, like where like the butch is stoic and needs like the emotional stability of the femme. They're like a symbiotic relationship, the rich history, blah 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 blah. Shut the fuck up. Just be normal.
Also, like, I'm sorry, but like, I'm a bit over the rich history of like when women had to pretend that they weren't lesbians. I'm like, that was kind of sucky. I don't really think I need to relive that.
We can acknowledge that. We can acknowledge that it happened, but like, why does it have to be now? Like, I got a comment on Leasebound recently, and they're like, "Why does a butch like Jaden? Jaden's in my profile just there. Why does a butch like Jaden? Why is she crying all the time?" I'm like,
"Oh my god,
this is what I'm fucking talking about." Like, because no, Lottie, leave those chords alone. Because it's like, it's just sorry, the cat's being naughty. Because it's just. You know, the butch doesn't express emotions. The butch is stoic. The butch blah 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 blah.
Ew.
It's not real. You're just like picking D&D classes and choosing what it means.
Yeah, like
it's just dumb.
It's stupid. Like, okay, some women like to have short hair and wear like, comfortable clothes. That's it. I'm sorry, I don't really find that super interesting. There's not much more to say.
Yeah,
and some women like fucking newsflash. I actually wear dresses and skirts a lot. It's just because I find them more comfortable, and I don't know, just the way I'm shaped.
Are you
or what.
soft femme? Are you a?
I'm a soft.
about your identity.
I just find it more comfortable. I don't know like what the deal is. I also wear like sneakers. Like I don't know, is that something? Like, do I have to fucking buy a new pronoun badge for my fucking
you do,
sneakers?
actually.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Like I wear exclusively men's clothing, but I just like to wear like that. Like I just wear those clothes. But it's just clothes, like man. You know, my wife wears dresses and stuff sometimes, but it's like, but she's the, you know, one who can drive trucks. She's the one who builds the IKEA furniture. I just hold the heavy stuff because I don't know how to do that shit. Like, you know, I do the dishes and the cooking. Like,
yeah, exactly. My wife does a lot of. My wife is now we got her visa sorted out, so she's just legally a housewife right now. So I'm like, have you been housewifing properly? And then I inspect the house like a 1950s man. These are our new gender roles assigned by the Japanese government. That we are.
I also agree.
It's stupid.
I also agree with the comment you highlighted when Jess said, "I hate hearing women call girlfriends my butch, my femme." It's just fucking weird. It's just roleplay like that. I don't want to hear about. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Also, there was a comment, this one from the Golden Panda. I think butch femme made sense for its time, but I guess it's not needed now. Its time was like the 40s and 50s where women would try to pass as straight couples to avoid harassment and stuff. And I agree, like for its time that made sense. But what really pisses me off is the way that so many of these women treat it like a gender identity.
They say you have to do these behaviors and wear
it's like prescriptive of what they can do. It's just like, what?
They also say that it's an innate part of their soul. Like they were just, like there's no controlling it. I just was born femme or born butch. It's innate. And I'm like, it's your fucking haircut and your clothes.
If I take my clothes off like completely naked, you can still tell if I'm butch or femme. It's like, okay.
Rusty and I know of oh god.
Yeah.
Literally a quote from her. Yeah, she said, "If I was standing out naked in a field, everyone who looked at me would still know I was a butch." Like,
it's like, okay.
That's girl. A naked woman. Is she okay?
Why is this naked woman standing in a field, just standing there menacingly? Like,
you're supposed to know her innate. Like, it's lame. It's corny as shit. I don't like it. You know, I know lots of people still use it. Like lots of lesbians will use like butch more frequently to just mean like some kind of gender non-conforming woman, but like I feel
Right.
like it's so nebulous. Like you could just be like, yeah, she was dressed like sporty, or she was dressed, you know, dapper,
She has
or
short
whatever.
hair.
Yeah, she has short hair. Like, you know, like
Yeah.
it's just such a broad, nebulous bullshit term.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
And, like,
really
I've-
fires me up.
Yeah, I've even had like, oh, like, you know, I've had women try to relate to it, like, oh, isn't it such a struggle, you know, when you're butch, because then you can't wear dresses, and I was like, well, no, because I just don't like wearing them, and I also don't call myself butch, so I'm just a woman who doesn't like wearing dresses.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, honestly, like, do what you want to do, whatever.
Yeah,
and,
like,
I'm
don't
glad-
be
but I'm glad this is-
constrained.
Yeah, do what you want. Like, this is like, honestly, if you have to like have a label that's prescriptive, like, well, I'm butch, now I have to do these things. Like, that's fucking stupid. Like, if you're just describing your
Yeah.
appearance in a general term, like, okay, fine, I guess.
Yeah, like if
But,
you
like,
like
it-
to wear like work boots and Carhartts and do woodworking, like cool,
that.
that's awesome. That's a great hobby, but like it doesn't mean anything
Hot
about your
woman
soul.
hobby.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
you
hot
make
woman
it
hobby, and
less
I'm happy for
hot
you.
when you add labels to it. I also saw you mentioned in the chat there about like stone butch. I also don't like that. I don't like
No, I
stone
don't like
butch and
that.
high femme, where it's just like the butch doesn't want to be touched and the femme only wants to be touched. It's just like one, okay, pillow princess, fucking contribute to the
one-
sex or get out.
Oh,
Two, I think
we should have
I
we
think
should have
that-
included Pillow Princess in this because I have thoughts.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
We
like,
can just add it.
but with the
added it.
with the stone butch thing, I think it's like it's sort of in the same vein of like, you know, women and girls who are like really scared by like the hypersexualization of things, so they just like quickly call themselves asexual without actually
Yes.
just sort of realizing, actually I don't want to have sex because of these reasons. So I think it's the same, like treating stone butch like an innate I don't want to be touched during sex. It's like, well, that's kind of like part of sex. So if you don't want that, I don't think you should invent an identity around it. I think you just shouldn't have sex, you know?
Yeah.
Because like I latched onto that too, and it's just like, okay, I just wasn't dealing with like sexual trauma that I was like, oh yeah, this is innate. No, it isn't.
Yeah, it's
You
very
know,
much a
like-
trauma response. Like, and it,
Yeah.
and like, that's not I'm not trying to blame anyone. I'm just saying, like, maybe work on that first. And like,
Yeah, have a look at what's the why you
Mhm.
feel that way. And if the why is like, yeah, I just really don't want that, then I think the answer is that's fine, just don't have sex. Like, don't force
Mhm.
yourself
Yeah.
to do something you don't
Or,
want to
like,
do.
sometimes you only want to do a specific, like, maybe it's like, I'm just in the mood to give right now. Like, that's fine. But if you're just like, no, I can never be touched, it's like, well, then you're not really
Yeah.
having sex, are you? Like,
Yeah. It's
I
just,
think
yeah.
that's part of like relationships of like, oh,
Right.
I'm more in a giving mood and
Oh,
whatnot.
definitely.
But it's just like the
But if
whole
you're just like,
touch me not. It's just like I don't think
Yeah.
I would cope if like I was with someone and they were like, no, I don't want to be touched during sex. It's like,
ever.
Well, how am I supposed
Yeah.
to like feel the intimacy with you?
yeah, it's like,
And it's
okay,
not even
yeah.
like doing certain acts. It's like, no, you can't like, you know, run your hand up and down my arm, or like, you know, touch my legs, or like kiss my neck. No, don't touch me. And it's
Yeah.
like, okay, I don't
Yeah.
think we should be doing this.
yeah.
That's not an
Yeah.
identity. That's like, this is
It's just
something
like
You're not in a
I
place
should
where
just
this is good for
masturbate on
you.
my own and then go hang out with friends.
yeah,
Like,
honestly.
Yeah. It's also just like it's very sad, right? It's a very sad thing because you're never gonna let yourself be vulnerable in that way. So it's kind of like this is not
Yeah.
fully satisfying. So I don't know.
Yeah,
I think
well,
it's just a
especially-
trauma thing. And
I
Pillow
agree.
Princess.
Oh yeah,
Pillow
come
Princess,
for Pillow
alright.
Princess, please,
Okay.
Radical.
Well,
Oh, and
no, I
Nana.
just
Go
gonna bounce
Radical.
off what Nana said, but like, and it's the whole like touch me not thing. It's not even about like necessarily the sex act itself, but also like with at the risk of sounding too like woo woo, sex is about more than just the physical sex acts, right? Like
Mhm.
there's
It's an
emotional
emotional,
intimacy,
intimate
vulnerability. Yes.
Yeah.
And it's something you can do to connect with another person in a way you don't connect with anybody else.
Yeah, it's not a
Mhm.
handshake, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say about that. It's not a
So
handshake.
losing out on that experience for both parties when both are not as equally participating is really unfortunate. And of course, like women who have experienced sexual trauma and stuff, like I do not begrudge them for that. That's horrifying and
No,
it
it's
should
a
never have happened. But also,
no,
like
absolutely not.
it's something to work through. Hopefully, with
It's
somebody
not
who
an
loves you,
identity.
cares for you, and supports you to work
Yeah.
through it.
And
Not
like
hide-
the answer at the end of the day could just be like, sex is not for me. I don't
Mhm.
want to
Yeah.
do it. Then
That's
it's just
fine
like,
too.
okay, that's healthy. That is much healthier to say like, yeah, I don't want to do it. rather than like I've got an innate identity where I don't want to be touched. Like, no, you just no. That's just I don't know. Yeah, it's pathologizing pathologies into identities. It's
Seriously, that is so accurate. Like that's what it comes down to, right? This whole stone butch, whatever. But that here we get to Pillow Princess, which I don't think is about. That's not trauma. That's just being fucking lazy and selfish.
I've heard it argued. I've heard that it's argued as trauma, and I'm like, no it's not.
I think it's not.
No, I just need lots of orgasms because of trauma.
It's that
the doctor said I need to orgasm only. That's like, come on, no.
Yeah, and also I think it's a little bit like selfish, yes, but also I'm like, are you really
into women?
Lesbian? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, are you actually into women if you don't want to?
If you only want to get your pussy ate, like.
Yeah, it's like, are you just seeking an orgasm and you're like,
are you just a prison princess? Gay? Are you a prison gay, literally, who's just like, I don't care as long as I get eat out?
Oh, what do they call those? Lured? Lesbian until release date?
Yeah, exactly. You're basically just doing that on the outside. So it's like, okay, you can have sex with the dude if you want to. Like, you shouldn't, but you could. Yeah. I just want to actually orgasm, though. Maybe that's why you're with a woman.
It's like, I feel like it's in the same vein of like stone butchers. It's like they're like, oh, I'm a touch me not, where like the pillow princesses are like, oh, I only want to be touched. It's like there's not like a
and they're like, we're perfect for each other. No, you're not. No. I feel bad for the so-called stone butch.
Yeah, it's just like you're not meeting your like emotional quota either. Like, because there is a massive emotional component of sex as well.
It's almost like transactional.
Yeah,
you give me pussy eating, and I give you.
Get my pussy ate.
Question mark.
I give you the privilege of eating my pussy leg. Nice doing business with you.
Literally.
Should we go make dinner now? Like,
yeah. What is going on? Like, I'm not into. Like, come on. Yeah, I don't buy it. That's not a thing. And yeah, someone said lipstick lesbians. Is that the same thing? As far as I know, lipstick lesbian just refers to like femme lesbians who like other femme lesbians. Like they don't want to do butch femme things. They're just like into beauty culture and they want.
Well, you know what's so funny is like the ones that are super into the butch femme thing think that butch, like two butch women or two femme women together is wrong and disgusting.
Yeah. Yes.
They think that innately a butch and a femme are meant to go together, and when it's two, I've even heard of, well, this one butch woman who I kind of know of who is really into it said that like if you're not dating a femme, you should not be calling yourself butch at all because they go together.
Shit. It's so weird. Radical, weird please things. Highlight Lamb's comment. Am I the only one who finds the new the whole strap culture weird? I want to talk about that.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yes, we will. But
this is just for everything. I love this.
Yes. Okay. Yes, I will make notes on what to go to because I don't want to get off this topic and then come back to this topic because I have something else to say about this topic.
Okay.
So good. Strap culture. Okay, so also when it comes to the butch femme thing or just like femme stuff. What do you think about femme lesbians who say shit like, well, who say it, they do femininity not in a heteropatriarchal way, they do it in a lesbian way.
It's bullshit. It's fucking bullshit. Like,
it's just coincidentally the exact same as heteropatriarchal, but it's not.
Yeah,
it's totally different though. Totally different.
I see the same shit, like, it's like with, there's all these, like, qualifiers of, like, oh, the feminism means something different. And I do see this sometimes with, like black femininity as well. It's like, well, because men treat black women as, like, mannish, you should be celebrating black femininity, like, it's not revolutionary for her to have short hair and not have complicated hair routines. It's revolutionary for her to be the damsel in distress love interest with no character development. It's just like, no, actually it's not. That's shit. Like, it's shit for all women. And like, the same with the femme thing. Like, oh, I'm not doing it for men. It's completely different. It's just like, no, you still look fucking stupid. Stop shaving your legs, idiot. Take off that
Yep.
stupid lipstick. It looks bad, and I don't want to kiss you when you got gunk on your face.
Yeah.
See,
I used to be in this sort of like I don't even know if I would say like it's for other women or whatever, but like I just would not think about it, I guess. Because in
Mm,
Japan there's like a very strong like butch femme and like lipstick lesbian culture. So I was just kind of like got used to it, I guess. But now I think it's fucking stupid.
yeah,
but it's
It
like
is.
I don't
you don't.
like. I couldn't imagine like. I'm just thinking of like all the wasted like money and beauty products of like femme couples, and I'm like, your bathroom must be a mess with all that shit.
Mm.
Like, and like I just think, oh, like I couldn't imagine being like, oh, time to get ready, and then it's like, well, we've got to do that 2 hours before because we're gonna do face and all these clothes. It's like, oh, fuck off! I couldn't be that high maintenance. Like, I don't think it's necessarily high maintenance, but like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, it just takes more.
Like, have you seen the picture of it's like, oh, the homoerotic energy, and it's just like one woman sitting on top of another woman doing her makeup. I'm like, this is the most unattractive thing I've ever fucking seen. It's lame. It's gross. Blech. Boring.
Small.
You guys could be making out and you're putting gunk on your face, honestly. Just blech.
but then like if you try to make out with them, like I don't know if anyone's ever tasted lipstick. It doesn't taste great.
Yeah.
No.
It's bad, yeah.
Excuse me.
Shall we talk about strap culture?
Yeah, are we done with butch femme?
Yeah,
dumb.
I mean,
Our
I feel like it's a
conclusion
good
is dumb.
bouncing off topic anyway,
It's
because a lot of them are like,
pointless,
you know, butch cock or whatever the fuck they call it. Yeah, fucking gross. And, like,
Excuse me
it's
while I
like,
go vomit.
the like, I don't want to say that you're obviously like not a lesbian or whatever, because you know it's just a sex toy. But the amount that some lesbians are fucking into it to the point they're like, oh, I wish I could fuck my girlfriend for real. I wish I had a real penis. Like the whole like Fuda thing. It's just
Yeah, or,
self-hating
like, the weird-
homosexuals. Like you could
weird
already
roleplay
fuck your girlfriend
aspect?
properly. Yeah,
Yeah.
to the point where they have like strap-ons that like spurt lube like sperm. Yeah.
Gross.
What?
Gross.
It's
Stop.
fucking-
Gross.
Yeah, or like, there's women who enjoy like performing fellatio on a strap. I'm like, who's
That fucking
even-
weirds me
even-
out.
I can't
even
do that,
outside
no.
of the weird het roleplay, like, what are you getting out of it? Neither of you can feel this, so you're just
Yeah.
imagining your woman like giving a blowjob. Like, ew.
It's like
why
if I
would you
went to
wanna
the other
imagine
room
that?
and was like nibbling on the edge of the table or something. Like, who's this for?
Do you like this, baby? Do you like when I ruin the woodwork of this table?
Yeah, like, what is honestly, okay.
Filleting a strap-on is like shocking to me, actually.
Like, okay.
Like,
It's porn brained. It's porn
Can I say
brained.
this? Yes, it's porn brain. It's very specifically like American porn made for creepy dudes. Like it's like nowhere else in the world is it normal at all to use straps. I'm sorry, I'm saying it. It's true.
Yeah.
Like as outside of
Well-
English speaking places, like it's really like not the norm whatsoever. It's super weird. I don't think anyone does that. Like it's never come up,
Yeah.
and I've been an adult outside of the United States my whole life. So
Well, on strap culture, I had a coworker ask me where did I buy all like my strap-ons for sex, and I was like, I don't use them. Do you know what lesbian sex is?
Like,
And they
you
were
know,
like,
you could do it without, like, and it's so common in, like,
Yeah.
fandom culture and stuff. If they're not outright giving one of the characters, like, they're just like, oh, she's just got a girl penis. And there's this, like, the whole fantasy where they
Oh.
magically grow a penis for the thing. And, like,
what?
fucking lesbians
Gross.
will defend it's like, well,
Mm.
it's not very defined. It's not drawn very defined like an actual penis. And, like, it's just, like, a strap-on you can feel or whatever. And it's just like,
Or
use
they-
your fucking fingers. You can feel that.
Yeah.
Why do you
That's
want to
so
imagine your
weird.
penis going into your wife or girlfriend? Ew. Ew.
Ew.
Ew.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
I'm
like-
a massive reader, and it's like in so many lesbian books as
Like
well.
the strap or
The strap, and it's just like, oh, we can't have sex. I don't have my favorite strap, and I'm like, yes, you can, yes, you can. And then I'm
you
like,
literally
oh, this
can.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, I've
weird
never
as
actually
shit.
done any of that.
Me
I'm not
neither.
saying you can't
No.
or whatever. Like if you're just treating it like a tool, yeah, sure, have fun, you know. But like, yeah, the weirdness about it is, and
Yeah.
like the
it's
exaggeration
the
of this is
role
like
play surrounding it. If it
central-
was
Yes.
just
yeah,
And there's
if it was just women who are like, I want this toy to stimulate me, I don't think of it as a penis. I'm not pretending it's a penis. It's just my wife operating a toy. Whatever. I don't care. I don't care. But it's the role play aspect about it.
Mm.
It's fucking
and
weird.
typically one person gives the strap and one receives, and it never can be interchanged.
yeah. Exactly. And
you
it's also
can
like the person
imagine
giving
who's
doesn't
doing
like
what.
feel anything. Yeah. Just I can't. It's dumb. Like it's dumb.
Plum Plumey brought up, she said, reminds me of a comment on Tumblr about one of my recent pages because two characters having sex right now. And someone was like, where is she hiding the strap? Like, I haven't seen like a big pocket in her pants. I'm like, there is no strap. They just
tongues and finger, buddy.
Yeah, tongues and finger. I'm sorry.
Okay,
Yeah, they're
some
built
of your
in.
Comments, I am like,
Thighs
wow,
also,
you're a virgin.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you have
There's
never.
been controversy over the use of a thumb for sexual pleasure as well. They were like, she's never going to reach the G spot with that. And I'm like, okay, you've never had sex.
You don't
with
know where the
her.
G spot is. You do not know.
Like-
Like it's also just like I'm just taking notes. I'm like, good for you, Riley. Good ideas.
This is
She's
good
creative.
from Tori.
Oh, yes.
There's the weird trans shit where they're like, if you like the strap, why wouldn't you want the real thing?
Yeah,
But
I
for the
hate
most,
that
like,
shit.
Also,
I do hate
most
that
lesbians
shit.
I know don't actually like the strap or use it. So it's like, for one, false premises, and two, completely different, disgusting. Like, if you like gummy worms, why don't you eat real worms? Like,
yeah, that's stupid. This is like discussion within this is lesbian on lesbian violence sort of like discourse.
Yeah.
It's like this is disregarding. It's just like, okay, the roleplay shit is weird.
Yeah.
Ew.
ew.
Yeah, I think I'm just thinking of friends we had in our early 20s where they started like dating and they were like, oh, like very into like the
Toys,
straps and
specifically.
toys and thinking
They kept like
had to.
Yeah, they kept like asking us for advice. I'm like, oh, we don't. I mean, like we like a bullet vibrator sometimes for fun. Like we got one of those, and we're like, it's like as big as a finger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like they were like, what do you do? And it's just like that was like an interesting conversation.
It's
and
like-
then they're like, oh yeah, we don't really use all those toys now. And it's like crazy.
She's like, you ever heard
Weird.
of trimming? Try it. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, it's called thighs, hands,
Yeah.
mouth.
yeah.
You know,
Hey.
just
It's just like
the
this
things you
whole
got.
talking about. Like, it's almost like they have believed the hype that like lesbian sex isn't real sex, especially when it's like, oh, I wish I could fuck my
Yes.
girlfriend properly. It's just like, I'm sorry, using your fingers, you will feel your girlfriend. Like, it's an intimate experience. It's very exciting.
Yeah, also frees you up for
it's-
mouth on booby.
Yeah, it's hello.
Give it up for
Hello,
mouth
honey.
on booby. Woo!
Yeah,
Yeah.
Can I get a clap for mouth? Everybody clap. Mouth on booby.
Thank you, everybody. Thank Mouth on Booby.
I want to thank Mouth on Booby for this. It wouldn't be anywhere if it weren't for Mouth on Booby. Like, you know what I mean?
My mental health is where it is, thanks to
Thanks to Mouth on Booby.
It has gotten me out of some rough times.
Yeah.
And into some even rougher ones. Ayo!
Honestly.
Oh, we're so stupid.
I love us.
Yeah.
I want to think someone's
Uh.
coming into the like stream being like mouth on booby. What did I
Yeah.
walk into?
I think that the whole the prevalence of it in fiction and stuff as well really fucked me up as a young lesbian as well. Like turned me away from lesbian fiction because I'd be like, okay, like I'm thinking about girls and stuff. I'm like 13 or whatever, but I don't know exactly. But I'm like, dildos don't seem very fun, and what's this like scissoring? That seems like really hard to do. My legs don't go that way.
Yeah.
It's just like, no, I don't want to do that.
Oh.
Lamb, the way the clit is the only part of the body designed for sexual gratification, and we have to praise the penis that doesn't even satisfy straight women like 60% of the time. And it's just like, it's outside the body. Mother Nature was very kind about that. This is like, you don't need to like have to get pregnant to like have sex even with a dude if you just notice where the clit is. Very easy to find. It's right there.
But like also like if you get down there and like you're eating
It's
her out,
great.
you can use your eyeballs
Yeah, you
and
can
see.
No,
It's
you have
right
to. You have to close your eyes. Obviously, you can't look directly at it.
It's a very sacred moment. You can't be looking. You
Yes.
can't make eye contact.
It's not going to attack you.
You can't make pussy contact with your eyes.
I mean, don't be rubbing your eyeballs in a pussy, but like
I will do what I please.
Yeah. Stop gatekeeping
you
what
can
women
see.
do, Mrs.
Yeah.
Rusty.
Yeah.
sorry.
Can we
You just can
spare
put
a
your eyes in
moment-
pussies then.
I
Can we
will.
spare a moment for all of the women who are with men who say they can't find the clitoris?
Yeah, this is bullshit.
Or like I'll see posts on Reddit all the time where it's like like in the Too Afraid to Ask sub, and men will ask like, but like, how do you actually find it? Like, where is it? I'm like, do you have eyeballs? Like,
right there,
what
just
is going
look.
on? What do you
Like,
mean? How
also,
do you
if
find
you
it?
feel,
You can,
Look
you
at
can
a
literally feel
diagram
it out.
if you need to. Look
I
at a
feel
diagram
like blind
and then feel.
lesbians could outclass seeing straight men in finding the
Oh.
clitoris. They just like reach out, like, yep, there it is.
You know they sniff it
the
out like a
extra
truffle hog.
gravitational pull for them.
Like, what are they talking about? I do not understand.
And then I've seen apparently like I've seen like TikTok like skits and stuff about it where like men would just like slap it or something, and I'm like, what? Are you fucking stupid? Just rub, just like this. I'm doing the hand motion. It's very easy.
It's easy. It's a rubbing motion. I think we can all imagine.
Yeah, it's so easy.
I like how we went so far on this one topic of Butch and Femme. We're like, we got everything. We got
Yeah, we gotta get
everything.
everybody in there.
We can go to our next topic.
I want to talk more about mouth on booby. Actually, can we?
Let's circle
New
back to
topic,
that.
mouth on booby.
It's got me feeling
have
it. It's got me feeling some kind of way.
Let it out, Rusty. Let it out.
Let's bring it all. Every conversation ends on mouth on booby.
Yeah, exactly.
It gets you out of many a great fight.
I just, if we're having, I think it's just like a moment of silence moment where it's like in another moment of silence, you think of mouth on booby, and then you pay your respects, then you move on.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'd be paying my respects regularly.
Oh yeah, I'd be paying my respects.
And well.
But yes, you may move on.
I feel like we're going to cover every topic in existence, and then we'll never have to talk about anything again.
Yeah, we'll just get it all down, honestly. I think I'm just going to link this. Oh no, we lost her.
Oh, she's back.
She's back.
Like, why?
It's alright. I thought you
My
said
phone is
why.
hotspotting. Why is this happening to me?
My brain went, I can hotspot my phone for you.
Oh, babe. You're so kind. Yeah, just connect to our hotspot, obviously.
Obviously. Oh, God. Anyway, should we go to our next topic?
Hell yeah.
Yes, we are ready.
All right. There it goes.
Loading.
Oh, here it goes. So we're going to kick the hornet's nest a little bit.
Oh boy. So should we preface what we mean by this?
Yes, let's define the term, because I feel like if you are new to this Discord, you might just be like, well, I was a late bloomer, because actually most gay people are in the very general sense. Like, we don't have the same experiences like dating in high school usually, because we might be the only gay person in high school,
Yeah.
etc. So we're not talking
that's
about
not what
that.
that's not what we're talking
We're
about.
not talking about, what is it more like, oh, I'm 45, been married with a husband, I have 10 kids, and now I've realized I'm a lesbian.
Exactly. Baby. That was very good considering your normie background. That was amazing. Well done, sweetie. I'm very proud.
Yeah,
Sometimes
we put a
absorb some of
disclaimer.
the nonsense.
We put a disclaimer. We knew we were going to piss some people off with this, but
Yeah. So yeah, I think, okay, and this is like very specifically about the liberal Western world. We're not talking about women who are like fucking stuck in a nomadic Yemeni tribe, right? Like, we're not talking about those women. We're talking about women in the Western, Canada,
Who have complete
Australia,
agency over
Europe.
who they chose to marry.
Yeah. When you've had multiple boyfriends, when you've
as an adult
liked somebody enough to marry him, to have his
kids.
children, you're not a lesbian. You're bisexual, and that's totally fine. And I 1000% respect you leaving a man and sticking to only women. I think that's the right and smart choice.
Oh yes, absolutely.
But
The action we
lesbian.
support, it's calling yourself a lesbian. That is the issue. And yeah, and it's just like, it's trickled down so much that you get like all these women making TikToks where they're like, me looking at my lesbian flag guiltily while a man is blowing out my back, direct quote.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
And it's just, like, I just have sex with men because I'm bored. It's just like, yeah, that would not cure my boredom. That'd fucking traumatize me. I don't want to do that. When I'm bored, I might, if I'm bored and horny, I just fucking masturbate. Because I'm a lesbian,
I don't think I've ever gone, I'm bored. You know what? I'm going to go sleep with the man.
It's just like, it sort of would occur, it would occur more frequently to me to go swim in sewage, I think, like, at least I can just take a shower after that,
Yeah. Multiple places.
Yeah, obviously. But you know what I mean?
Like, yeah, like,
I was bored. I cut off
understand.
my leg. Like,
yeah, I'm not going to say, like, some people, I'm not, like, as hardline as, like, oh, if you're not a gold star, you're not a lesbian. Like, there's nuance to the topic. Obviously,
Totally.
we're talking about varying levels of autonomy in different countries and, like, different time periods. So, like, a woman 100 years ago, maybe this doesn't apply. Like, I'm not saying this is, like,
or like a woman who grew up in the 60s or 70s. Like,
right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, okay.
But in the liberal West of the last
I'm like meeting
35-year-old
women
so
who like only
right
dated men. Yeah, like I'm dating like 35-year-old women who like exclusively dated men, married a man, had sex with a man, had his children or whatever, and then she's like, leaves him. Good for her. But then she's like, yeah, like it was all the comp had made me do that. Or my mom made a homophobic joke in the 90s, so I decided to like suck cock for 2 decades. I'm like, that's not how that works.
Yeah,
you could have just done nothing. Like you could have just like withdrawn and been like, or become a nun. I have a friend who literally became a nun because she was so internally homophobic against herself. Now she's happily married, so to a woman.
Oh,
they were both nuns and they ran off together. Good for them.
Nice.
You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of options other than marry and fuck a man for decades. Like, come on.
Yeah, there's like such a huge difference between like teenage lesbian. I did try having a boyfriend and we kissed and it was awful and I just didn't do it again. Or like I kind of dragged my feet about breaking up, but like we just didn't do anything. I just kept putting it off. Or lesbians just fucking lying. Like I lied in high school and they're like, oh, I like this boy, and I'd be like, yep, me too.
Exactly.
Which one is he?
That which one are we meant to be liking? Yeah.
Oh yeah, him. Yeah, sure.
Or they'll be like, which boy do you like in this bed? Yeah, same. Who the fuck
I
is
like
that?
when you pick. It's just like, what do you like about him? I like his clothes.
I like that you like him, and it makes you happy, so I like that.
Yeah, or it's just like, yeah, his hair is cool. Yep.
Wish my hair did that.
Yeah, basically. Like that weather's clothes.
It's like, I like that girls like him. I wish I was like that.
Me.
Yeah, that's very rusty core.
Rusty core.
It's like, I wish I was a pretty boy who could sing and then the girls would like me.
Yeah. I mean, like, okay, I get people have been like, for example, in university, like 1 in 4 women are raped, and that often includes a lot of like being
absolutely.
drunk and a man takes advantage, and a lot of women, and that's only the people who report being raped, so it's probably much worse.
Yeah.
So a lot of like lesbians are like, oh yeah, I was really drunk and I slept with a guy and I hated it and it was awful, but like, it was just like something I did in college because I was trying to figure myself out. I'm like, yeah, okay, maybe that was, who knows how actually consented that was. I'm not saying, well, you're not a lesbian. I'm like, okay.
Having no understanding that like, having no, understanding that pressure can happen is, that there is certainly like the, I don't know, militant, I wouldn't even call them gold stars. They just seem like really fucking obsessed with like telling people whatever, but they're just like, nope, if it's not like a stranger in an alley who like grabbed you and pulled you in there, then like it wasn't actually rape and like you should have just killed yourself or something. It's crazy. Like there's like, there is that extreme as well. But
I definitely know a couple of those types, which is so crazy to me where like, because when I talk about this topic, I always talk about, in the liberal West. But I do know a couple of these types who are like girls who live in a tent in Yemen in a nomadic tribe should just kill themselves rather than be married off to a man 50 years older than her. And it's like, you are so
God forbid she wants to live
and out of touch.
God forbid she wants to live.
That's an arrogance to decide how she's gonna live in that absolutely horrible situation. But like I feel like the best way to deal with those types, and that's something that I definitely had to come to terms with because they used to make me feel really bad too, is that just like you have to be very comfortable with other people's skepticism, because at the end of the day only you can know how you feel. And it's just like, even if the whole rest of the world didn't believe I was a lesbian, it's just like, well, I would still know that it's true because I know what I feel. Only I can feel what I feel. I used to get lots of anons about that too, where they're like, when I would bring up this topic, or they would be upset because like in Leastbound I've made all the lesbians gold star, because I want that for all lesbians. I would prefer no lesbian from this point on feel like she has to give it a try or she has to do this, that, and the other. I would much rather that. And like I find stories where like you know, they go through like a lesbian's like past with men, like traumatic past with men. I find that really upsetting to read. Like I don't want to read about that because it just makes me imagine that I'm in that situation and it sucks. It's like I just want to I don't care if it's unrealistic. I just want complete gold stars. They were always sure of themselves. And they made it through without any sort of horrible situation. And back to the like just realizing that you can't control how other people perceive you. So even like with the really crazy like gold stars or whatever, I don't even want to call them gold stars because I do support the idea of like calling yourself a gold star or whatever. But like the best way to is like one, just don't interact with them, and two, like oh well, you know the truth. Like they don't know shit about you, you know. So,
it's like don't date them, don't sleep with them if you're gonna like fundamentally disagree on things.
Yeah, basically. Like, yeah, like you don't have to have like that, and like it should be the same with drawing the line the other way. Like I do understand how some of them got that militant because of all this bullshit of like, oh, I slept with a man because I was bored, or you know, I've been fucking men for you know the last 30 years or whatever. Like I've I brought up like that Polly Lesser I did garden work for a while for, and like she obviously didn't call herself a political lesbian, she called herself a lesbian, but she kept bringing up phrases like lesbian or when I became lesbian. And she said she'd had girlfriends since she was a teenager. This woman is in her like 70s
but she also
now.
got a
Yeah, that's what I was getting to. The fact she was like, oh yeah, I had girlfriends in my teens, but you know, in my 20s I got a hysterectomy, so my boyfriends didn't get me pregnant. I'm sorry, but boyfriends? She's like, well, have you read the Comp Het essay? It explained. I'm like, but you chose to have these boyfriends to have just like unprotected sex with. Like you weren't like married off to these guys, right? No, I just, you know, had flings. And I'm like, okay, then that wasn't this quote unquote Comp Het. Comp Het's a load of shit anyway. But nobody was making you do that.
Whereas her partner
was actually forced to marry and tried to get out as quick as possible. Like,
and
she doesn't look favorably back upon that life. She doesn't talk about it. She's not happy with it.
Like her father was going to kill her if she didn't marry this man. So she married the man. They had sex, I think, 2 times.
To have the children.
2 kids.
She's estranged from them now. She doesn't like connect with that. Like she left everything behind.
Really
so it's like completely. Yeah, it's heartbreaking.
Yeah, and like she got assaulted and had to like move around Australia.
I don't know how they ended up together. I feel so bad for her.
But like.
But yeah, it's like there's such a difference, and it shouldn't be bad to just be able to say, no, you're fucking bisexual. You did not fuck a man for 20 years and then realize you're a lesbian.
Yeah, but she used to be like, oh, my partner was a late bloomer. And it's just like, no, she knew she was just trying to fucking survive.
Yeah.
Very different.
She had no choice, really.
Yeah. And it's just like...
Yeah, Comp Het's shit.
I want to highlight what Existential Gamer said about bisexuality. Like, it isn't necessarily 50-50 split. Like, you can be like 99% into women and 1% into men, and that's still bisexual.
And there's
and it can change too.
Or like
the
women
different
I've
parts,
heard of.
Yeah,
Like,
bicycle, different parts in your life. You feel like I'm only attracted to men. I'm only attracted to women. That's normal too. That's part of being bi. It's fine.
Yeah, or when women say like, this one man is my one exception to my lesbianism.
Congratulations.
That's bisexuality.
You're bisexual.
You can have one man that you are really into. That's bisexual. Like, to be a lesbian means you are 100% only and exclusively into women. There is no exception. There isn't like in the right mood or the right amount of horniness or whatever the fuck. Like, you can you can be 50% into men and women, or you can be 99 and 1, but that's still 2 bi.
I've seen this. It's even happened like on Radbla, where there's like these women who are like fed femmes, rab femmes, or whatever, and they go through their bicycle and they realize like, I've just stopped being attracted to men. Oh my god, like I think I am actually a lesbian. I'm like, no, the fuck you aren't. They're like, but it's completely gone. I'm like, it will come back. Okay, you have experienced attraction to men before. You are bisexual. I don't care if it never comes back. It still happened. Like lesbian is like it didn't ever happen.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Also, I like
not change.
I like Elle's comment. Like, I find it frustrating that it is treated as the norm for lesbians to fuck men before coming out, to the point where this is the dominant narrative about lesbianism now. I'm like, yes, because and also that's what forces more women into these situations where they feel like they can't say no, they have to try it, otherwise, like,
that's exactly why I haven't included it. I've gotten so many questions about it. Like, I remember when I opened the questions to, like, my first, like, open questions to the cast, like, ask them anything and I'll draw them answering it. The first thing that was asked was like, have any of them tried men before? I'm like, why do you want to know this? Like, either it's because they're bisexual or you're asking about, like, something that's very upsetting and traumatic. Like, why do you want to know that? Why? Ew. Yuck.
Yeah.
And like BRB for a couple minutes.
Yeah, we'll hold down the fort. I feel like it's so harmful because it just perpetuates the thing that, like, women, like lesbians, find themselves pressured into later on. Like, it's happened to so many lesbians I know who are just like, I knew I didn't want it, but then, like, all my friends are pressuring me, and everyone was like, well, how do you know you're lesbian? How do you know you're lesbian if you're a virgin? Blah blah blah. Because, you know, usually it's going to be harder to hook up with a girl than a dude if you're in some, like, podunk town or whatever. But it's like, I get that.
Yeah, I would rather that
end up
not
in
exist.
these traumatic, horrible sexual encounters, and they're just like, oh, I hated that. That's how I know lesbians. Like, but you didn't need to do that. Like, you were just pressured into it. It's so like, it sucks for people. Like, I don't want that for anyone.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to say like, oh, that means you're not a lesbian. Like, no, you can still be lesbian. You're young. You can be, pressure works easier on someone who, when you know, you're young. Now, when I'm 38, you can't get me to do anything I don't want to do. But like, when I was 18, 20, for sure you could have. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm not saying, oh, gold stars are morally superior because they couldn't be pressured. It's like, no, people can be pressured in different ways.
And they also, like, the pressure still existed. Like, sorry, darling, you were going to say something about your experience because you're gold star.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say, like, I had a lot of, like, internal conflict because I was like, well, I've never tried being with a man. How do I know 100%? Like, I have no attraction, but, like, I was try. Like, I should try so I can 100%
That's the narrative.
confirm. Because that's what everyone was telling me. And I was like, well, I don't want to. And so, like, very luckily, I never did.
I just didn't. Same.
And it's like, I'm very thankful for that.
But you, like, had these thoughts of, like, you had these thoughts of, like, okay, I am going to have to marry a man, but I'm just not going to have sex with him. And then I'm going to open the marriage, and then I'm just going to sleep with women.
Yeah, or, like, maybe we can have a threesome, and he can, like, I'll just do things with the woman, and he can just, like, I don't know, go into the other room and not be there. And I'm like,
that's very interesting idea of threesome.
It's like, and it's like, I was thinking that, like, my family, incredibly homophobic, I would say.
Incredibly.
That's putting it generously. And so it's like, I thought, like, I had to marry a man, and, like, I moved across the country so that I could figure shit out.
To get away from them.
Like,
you were 17 when you moved out.
Yeah, so I was 17, and I was like, nah, I can't be around them. This is toxic. I need to figure things out, and I need to do it in my own time without, like, constant pressure. And it's just like, I think I came out to my mom so many times, and then it, like, we were dating for a while before she was like, oh, okay. And she still thinks it's a phase, and she's still hoping that I'm going to bring a man home.
Like,
and
if you were like, okay, I'm actually done with Rusty. This is Steve. And she'd be like, oh, thank God.
Like, Rusty and I have been together almost 10 years.
Yeah,
like,
well, we just passed our 7th wedding anniversary.
7th wedding anniversary, 9 years together. And it's just like, oh, I don't think this is a phase. Also,
I'm your special friend, baby.
Oh, fuck off. That's how my extended family refers to Rusty, as Mrs. Rusty, special friend.
Yeah.
So good. Not really.
But yeah, you definitely faced that pressure.
Yeah, I definitely did. And like, they're like, are you sure? Like, you don't want to just try? Like, what if you just kissed a guy? What if you just...
What if you meet the right guy who's special and they'll, like, blah, blah, you know what I mean? Like, it's... This narrative has just taken
his soul. What if you
it is just taken a different form over, like, oh, what if, you know, now it's like, oh, but what if the woman you fell in love with had a penis and was actually a man? You know what I mean? Like, it's just like
then I would cut it off and then also leave.
Yeah, and that's not the woman for me. Bye, because it's not a woman.
But like all the sci-fi what ifs of like, well, what if you just woke up the next day and like your wife or girlfriend had a penis? It's just like, well, if it happened to me, then one, I would cut it off, and also I would leave. Yeah. I would leave. I'd be like, you okay? Let's go get a divorce so you can go get an actual woman. And I think I'm gonna like.
It's the same thing of like,
things
I
that
don't
won't
know
happen
if
anyway,
peop-
so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's just like if people are like, oh, what if your spouse like came to you, like what if Rusty came to you and was like, actually, I'm a man, what would you do? And I was like, well, therapy, and if she's still thinking this shit, divorce. Like,
because you were worried before you knew about my turf beliefs.
So fucking worried.
You were like walking on eggshells, like trying to say like woke things to like because I remember on our first date, I was saying to you like, oh, it's really annoying. I get mistaken for a man a lot because of what I wear, and you said like something about like trying to like say it in like a woke way of like, yeah, people should just like respect other people's gender identity. And I didn't know in her head she was like, I hope she's not trans. I hope she's not trans.
Yeah, I had like a full conversation with a friend, and I'm like, if this woman turns out to be trans, like I'm out.
Yeah. Big turn off.
And they were like, don't just wait it out for a second.
And then by the third date, you were like, I wouldn't personally date a trans woman. I'm like, that's because they're male. And you were like, oh thank God.
I remember exactly where we were with that conversation.
Yeah.
We were walking your little dog.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, good, she's going to keep taking me on walks.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely the pressure is just for that. And like, yeah, the narrative is just like, I don't know, they just like changed some words around, but it's the same.
It's the same, yeah.
Crazy.
Rusty
What
is
did
a
I
boy's
miss?
name. Rusty is just my pen name, but okay.
Also,
name does
like-
not equal penis.
Right.
Shit, really?
Yeah, I'm afraid so.
Great.
Otherwise,
Rusty's
I-
real name is Steve. No.
Yeah. Actually, my real name is
Steven.
Pussy Pussington. So just
You're not meant to dox yourself.
Pussy Vagina Pussington Coochie McWoman is my full name. So.
Can you repeat that back?
That's actually really homophobic of you to ask her to repeat her name back. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want a
canceled.
divorce.
Canceled. Divorced.
Great, now I don't have to touch the grass outside
Oh my
anymore.
God. You're not leaving with that half mowed lawn. You have to mow that before we get a divorce.
Loudy. You guys are silly.
We are.
But yeah, basically, I think, you know, like boomer lesbians, you do you, but you're not lesbians. It's fine.
Yeah.
Definitely leave
Still
your
date
husband.
women or whatever.
Yeah,
leave
definitely
your
leave your
husband for
husband.
real. Just stop calling it that.
Absolutely.
Like that's
Go have some
that's,
good
like,
sex with ladies. Absolutely, 100%.
Yeah.
I love that for you.
Yeah. And if you're straight, I guess just masturbate. Like it's good for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't on the late bloomer lesbians, I don't think that like they've never had the thought of like, women. It's just like you don't just like wake up one day and be like, fuck, maybe I'm a lesbian. It's just like there's things before that, before you wake up at 35 being like,
Yeah.
shit,
Yeah.
boobs.
No, you know, lesbians have certainly thought about that before, even if they are confused, even if they are like not entirely sure. Like I think we all have like those early moments of like
even if we don't have like the word for it.
yes, and agree plumply. Like you can being bisexual is not dirty. It's not bad. Just
Yeah.
you know, nothing
And-
wrong with being bisexual. My God.
Yeah.
And
there's nothing wrong,
unfortunately,
being
like-
bisexual doesn't mean you ever have to go back to men. You don't
No,
ever
it
have to do
doesn't.
that. Good for you.
It's
Like
not
stay with women
consent to
forever.
anything. Yeah.
And also, like, I'm sorry, but bisexuals are the biggest perpetrators of biphobia.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
just
true.
embrace yourself. It's fine.
Yeah.
I would never date another bisexual because what if they cheated on me? Well, like that's just a person issue.
Yeah.
Like that's not.
Or I have seen that where bisexuals will blame. They're like, I have to date men because lesbians won't date me. It's like, why don't you date bisexual women? Why did that not occur to you?
Silence. Crickets.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's okay if you only want to date, but it's like you've got to like you,
You
only
only
want
wanna
to
date
date lesbians
lesbians, yeah.
or like.
Like lesbians only want to date because I know because I've had bi girlfriends and then
Me
after
too.
they did not go well.
I have
don't
only
think
dated bi women.
I don't think they didn't. Yeah, I don't think
I've
they
never dated
didn't
a
go
lesbian.
well like solely because they were bisexual.
My
But
condolences.
it was definitely like a
I've only
point of
dated
like
lesbians.
there's things
Sorry.
that we can't relate on. Like yeah.
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 Well, like
Yeah, I've only dated lesbians.
Mm,
We
'Cause I'm
met
the best.
on
a lesbian dating site.
yeah, and it's just like you could put in your profile if you only wanted to date lesbians.
Yeah, you could put lots of that. It was like
That was
weirdly
a weird-
specific website. Like you could put down to like the height in centimeters. It was like
That's
wow.
so fucking weird.
And like bust size and
not that it
waist
really
size and
mattered
stuff.
because I kept getting hit on like by profiles of like women's asses that said they were like 50. It was like, stop.
It's okay. I was only on there 20 minutes.
Yeah, I know. Before I messaged you, I was like, someone normal. Oh my god.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good times.
Yeah. Also, this is an argument, a counter argument to this. It comes up all the time, and it hasn't come up here because there's a lot of queens in the chat. But it's always like, well, what if a man like married a woman, had kids with her, and then decides he's gay when he's like, 60? I'm like, he's bisexual. I hope I have answered your question. Like,
my answer
it literally applies
change.
exactly the same. It doesn't change. I don't know why people assume it's going to change. Like, well, no, he's obviously a proud gay man. I'm like, no, like it's not the case either. I'm not, and there's nothing wrong with that. Dear God, just be bi. Like, I'm not insulting you by saying that you're bi. I'm describing the situation.
Yeah, it's like saying you have brown hair. Term. It's like, but I dyed my hair blonde for 20 years. Okay, still brunette there.
You're still brunette. It's fine, and there's nothing wrong with that.
No. So
like,
strange.
Please accept yourself.
Yeah, like why are people so afraid to be bisexual?
Yeah.
If more people were like open about it, it would be so
Especially
much better.
like bisexual women who are like, I'm bisexual, but I only date women. Like, great.
Ugh, queens.
You know what I mean? Instead of like, I'm a bi lesbian, or I'm a whatever. It's like, just be bi and be like, I'm bi and I only date women. Period. The end. There's I don't need to justify this to men.
I feel like bisexuals have to put up with this a lot as well, in the sense of like, there's some bisexuals where I'm like, I don't think you are. I don't think you're even bisexual. The ones where it's just like, oh, I'm like attracted to all women and like maybe like 4 dudes, and it's like they always end up with one of those 4 dudes.
Yep. Or these are like, I'm attracted to like Scarlett Johansson and then any fucking dude. I'm like, okay, you're not actually into women. You just like women are sexualized to the point where you also see women as a sex object, but you don't exactly want to have sex with them. Like you just like, well, I'm a sex object, so I guess she's a sex object. Anyway, I'm gonna have sex with dudes now.
Do you want to eat pussy? Do you want to kiss her like with tongue or like,
mouth on boobie?
Like, yeah, mouth on boobie.
Is that what you want?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Betty Taylor, for $1 donation.
Thanks. That's very nice. Welcome. I think that's a new name to the chat.
On that, it's like we can all, like, regardless of your sexuality, look at people and go, they are conventionally attractive by society standards. It's like, yes, we have eyeballs, and yes, we have
lived in society long enough to know those things.
Yeah, it's just like, I can tell this actor was cast as this love interest because he's good looking or whatever. He has a mental face, he has a nice smile, he looks clean, you know.
But I am not attracted to him.
Yeah, he should keep his clothes on. We can tell who's attractive
based on our society's standards. That doesn't mean we're, like, attracted to.
Yeah, also, like, for example, I can look at a flower and I say, wow, that is a beautiful flower. It doesn't mean I want to fuck it. Like, it's a different thing to, like, recognize
look at
something that
is, like, aesthetically on the wall and be like, this is a beautifully constructed painting. Don't want to rub up all on it, actually.
Like,
quite fine with looking.
In a way, like, all humans, like, the human design, like, the design of the human body is, like, through natural selection. It's beautiful in a way. Like, you see the statue of David, you're like, wow, that's a beautiful male body. I'm not attracted to it, but I do think it's beautiful and rendered beautifully.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? But that's about it. It's like, I'm not going to fuck it. Oh, he was definitely gay as hell. But, like, I would not be lovingly carving a male body. So, like, definitely a gay man made that. But, like, you know what I mean? It's not like, it's not the same thing. You can aesthetically see that something is beautiful or symmetrical or whatever. It doesn't mean you want to fuck it. Like, they're different things.
Yes.
And, like, for women who are like, oh, she's so beautiful, she's so hot, it means I'm bi. I'm like, would you fuck her? Do you imagine yourself fucking her when you masturbate? And you're like,
yeah,
no.
Are you going to get your face all up in there?
And like, I think a great question to ask people is like, can you imagine eating her out? What's like, if I go picture yourself eating her out, if your initial response is like, not gay, not a lesbian,
or doing
not
your
bisexual,
sex act of choice, but
or like I could be a top lesbian. No, you couldn't.
Oh, like where they just stay in the boob region. Yeah, my mother, she's like, I could probably do that. I'm like, because you're not a lesbian.
Yeah.
You can find a fat man and he also has boobs. Like, it's just fatty tissue.
Betty Taylor, that sounds very normal. She says, I am a god-style lesbian with OCD, so I have a lot of anxiety about who I am. I always knew I never liked men. I did not have my first kiss with my girlfriend until I was 21. See, that is like that's not what I would consider a late bloomer in the sense of what we're talking about. Like Nana said before, like that's just, we experience romantic milestones later, or more commonly experience them later, because you can't just be out in high school, or there's not other gay people there or ones that you're compatible with. Like, that's very normal. It's just like, a gold star can be a woman who has never dated ever. She knows she's just a lesbian. She's just like, no, I have too high standards for women, or it's just like, I just don't want to date. She's still a lesbian. You don't have to have dated to be a gold star. Yeah, exactly.
There's straight women who are just like, I'm attracted to men, but they're all awful. Like, I'm never gonna date one or be with one. They're just not good people, and so I don't want to have sex with them. But I am unfortunately attracted to them. Like, that's fine. Like, that's also a thing that happens. I know several women like that. Good for them.
Me too.
But like, you know what I mean? Like, and like Betty's saying, 21. Like, if you were comparing yourself to like a straight population, that would be sort of like late. That would be like a traditional late bloomer, like what people would used to mean when they said the word late bloomer.
By hetero standards.
But it's not actually that irregular for lesbians. That's actually pretty. I don't know what the average is, but I'd say it's pretty close to the average.
I would think so.
Yeah.
Because I was probably like, oh no, okay, never mind. I left home at 16, so it's a bit. I don't worry about me. It's fine.
You're skewing the data.
I'm skewing the data. I'm Spider's George a little bit with that. I'm Spider's Georging the kissing of women because I went to university when I was 16. But you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine. Like, it's not. Yeah, I wouldn't really. I know, like what's it called? Sexual orientation, OCD, is a very real thing that definitely affects like gay people the worst, and bisexuals too. I've heard that they also can be pretty badly affected by this. But
I think we said it best before, Betty, as well, as like, only you can know how you truly feel. Nothing we say is actually going to change your sexuality. You are what you are from when you were born, or even before that, I guess. Your sexuality is what it is, and we can't figure it out for you, unfortunately. There's no quiz, there's no, honestly, we could just,
there's no rush anyway. Like, everything happens in its own time, and that's fine. Like, you know what I mean? It's not. I feel like there's all this pressure. Like, we live in such a sexualized, pornified society that it's like, oh, if you're not fucking by the time you're 14, there's something wrong with you. Like, there's absolutely nothing wrong with you. That's really fucking weird, for one.
Stupid teen movies where they're all like drinking and having sex at 15, and I'm like, oh my god, that is
not a thing.
I know it happens, but like,
that is not the typical experience.
We're not having these raging house parties. Like, that was not everybody's universal experience.
No.
I think even now, like, people are just developing kind of later. So, like, if you're 20 years old now, I think even a lot of straight people would not have had any sort of like romantic contact yet. Like, I know it's everything's kind of like happening later. So it's totally normal, I think, to be 20, 21, 22.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, I have a friend who's practically, she's only like a year or two younger than me, and she still is, and I'm 38. She's like 35, and she lives somewhere with a very low population in fairness. So she's like in the middle of a frozen wasteland, and she hasn't dated anyone, but she's a lesbian. She's like, I'm obviously not interested in men, but I just haven't found a woman. I'm like, that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's because you're out in a frozen field.
She literally lives, like, I'm not gonna dox her, but she lives in a very like isolated place, so it's very hard.
So when she gets those hot singles in your area ads, she knows they're fucking lying.
They're lies. Not in my area. I've seen them all, man. There's only like 10 people here. And also she's like, I don't feel the need and stuff like that. I'm like, that's fine,
Yeah, totally.
I think there's also a lot of, I'm going to say this being happily married, but like, I feel like there's a lot of pressure for people to like find someone and be in a relationship all
to
the
be
time.
Completed by it.
Yeah, and it's just like, oh, you can't be happy if you're single, and it's just like, no, yes, you can.
Yeah, you absolutely can.
You should be. Like, you should get to that place. That's the place to be, and that's where she is. And I'm like, good for her. Don't have to be with someone right now. Maybe she will.
It's just a polar bear trying to catch your friend.
She's like, big fish over here. Big fish. Big fish north, 15 paces. Haha, what, you up? You up? Don't put on big leather coat. Small puffer jacket is better.
Oh my god.
Let's no guns. Let's...
I saw a video the other day, like a viral video of somebody in, I think, like northern Norway kind of thing, or Norway. walking about town with like their polar bear rifle because you have to carry them.
Yes.
And being chased by a polar bear, dropping their gun and running to their skidoo to hop
Jesus
on it and
Christ.
scoot away.
Oh my god.
That's kind of the situation my friend is in, if I'm you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
Different problems. Bigger problems than finding girlfriends.
exactly. Like
The polar bear is trying to catfish her.
Yeah.
They're
Polar
trying
bear
to-
going on dating
they're like-
websites.
They're like, would you like to come over for dinner? My dinner, not yours.
Yeah.
Would you like to come
Are
over
you
after
hungry?
dinner?
Because
Sorry.
I sure am.
Yeah, I'm hungry for women.
Just come outside.
What you doing?
Leave
It's night.
guns inside.
Let's have gunless walk. You know, romance.
Yeah.
Come on.
Sure, we trust each other. Buddy hair fine.
Yeah. Anyway, that's our opinion on late boomer lesbians.
Yeah.
Yeah, to our next topic.
They don't reel. Sorry. They buy. And we love that for you.
Okay,
stop.
next one is spicy.
Oh no.
Oh, boy.
No, it's not. It's funny.
Oh, it's loading for me.
Ugh, no.
Wait, I'm not there yet.
I'm not that. Oh, fuck off.
Oh.
Shut no.
Get fucked.
So my
Get
opinion
fucked.
is fuck off. You're not real. Get real problems.
Yeah.
Yeah, here's what it comes down to. Pick a different word. Pick a different word.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
Do that.
ideology,
Politically
different word.
celibate.
yes,
Yeah.
or the ideology behind it, in that like you're so committed to your feminist awakening that you're abandoning men forever. Great philosophy. Good for you.
Good.
I praise it. Please do so. But that's not what lesbians
And
are.
actually stick to it. How many political lesbians we know that, you know...
Yeah, lesbians until
Mm.
graduation and
Yes.
dot. Yeah.
Yeah, it's homophobic, durable. Like, that's the other thing. It's just like most of the ideology good, centering women, woman identified, blah 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 blah. But then there are also like women relate, like lesbians that relate genitally to other women, or sexuality don't real. It's just like, can we go back
That's
to
a
that
Mary
bit,
Daly
actually?
quote.
Yeah.
Yep.
We
Yep.
use
Yeah, there's a lot of
capital L
homophobia
for
baked
political
in.
lesbians and lowercase l
For
for
the-
lesbians who relate genitally to other women. It's just like,
Literally,
don't you be
just use a
dissing
different
mouth
word.
on booby.
Yeah, don't be dissing mouth on booby or her best friend mouth on clit.
Yeah, exactly. I think you mean eyes on clit.
Eyes in clit.
Eyes in clit.
Wait, did you say?
Yeah, because they see it as like a male invention, like sexuality. So like they think that lesbians having sex with other women is like
It's
behaving
the
like
same
men.
as
Oh,
A man.
it's like
Yeah.
yeah,
Wants
it's
to be
the
with men.
same as a male behavior.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, so there is more issues with like it's not exactly just separatism. Like they do have like these homophobic beliefs.
Yeah. I think a lot of people these days like would like have disavowed those sort of like homophobic part of it. But it's like, okay, you're just a separatist or like a fem, which like
Yeah.
do those things. I'm happy for you doing those things. Call it something else, like separatism or fem.
Right.
Like female, just be like, I'm a bisexual woman who won't date men because they're awful. Fine with me.
Yeah.
Call it that.
Yeah. But like, yeah, they, you know, in our experience with the poly-les we did yard work for and stuff like that, this was the constant problem that she didn't believe in like sexuality. Like I would try and pin her down on these arguments where she'd be like lesbian, or the, you know, the only true straight woman is a lesbian, or she would call like lesbians that weren't really politically involved, not interested in feminism, she'd call them straight lesbians. It's just like sexualities are not political factions, you
Jesus
fucking
Christ.
idiot.
Right, like you
Like-
can be a fucking
Oh.
mega and be a lesbian.
Yeah, or she'd be like,
There's-
became lesbian. She'd always mention, oh, and you know, she became lesbian. I'm like, what do you mean by that? You're born lesbian. She's like, oh, well, what would you like me to say? And I'm like, well, it's not about what I would like. It's about what's
Got
true.
into a lesbian relationship or what? I mean,
Yeah.
what are you describing? Like, what does that mean?
She
Like,
she told me that like I was a straight lesbian, and I was very confused.
That
And she was
you
like, well,
were,
look at-
Mrs. Rusty?
Yeah,
because
yes.
because Mrs. Rusty doesn't consider herself a feminist or anything. She's not, you know, that's not something that particularly interests her. Like stresses her out and stuff. And it's like,
but
that's
like
totally
I think I
fine.
do take like
Oh, you definitely do. But like, you weren't engaging her. Like I was debating her the
You were
entire time we
debating
were
her.
whacking weeds, and you were just like, and she was like, and what about your thoughts on like this? And you were like, oh, I don't. I don't get that.
I don't want to talk to you.
Like, because like I was like she mistreated all her books, but
oh yeah, that was very upsetting for you as a book
but like
lesbian.
I was trying to engage her on like because I saw some of her books and I had read them.
She mentioned like there being like no good lesbian romances.
Yeah, and I was trying to engage her with it. I was like, oh, I've read these ones, and she was like, oh, well, I can tell you're a straight lesbian because there's no political matter in those books, and da-da-da. And I was
Do
like...
you remember when she recommended you instead read this sci-fi about lesbians who had enslaved men as sex slaves? And she was like, that's a good lesbian book. And it's just like, why are they keeping them as sex slaves if they're lesbians?
Yeah.
She was like, it's about the
just use them for
commentary.
me.
And she
Just,
like
honestly,
she like disavowed your like Karen Kalmacher books, which are just like they're like reading lesbian rom-coms. They're adorable.
Yeah,
But
they're
she
short,
made you-
quick reads.
She tried to make you feel bad about it. She's like, oh, that's just like romantic dribble or whatever.
It's like, I am aware, but I am enjoying it.
Yeah. It's like, leave her alone. And then you stopped coming out to
Yeah, you're like, I'm not gonna help this lady with her yard.
Yeah,
Get the fuck
it was
this lady.
bad. Yeah, and she tried to like again we got into it about Sheila Jeffreys because she actually knew her personally. She was like recommending me her books and she was like, oh, these are some good lesbian authors, and I was like, well, Sheila Jeffreys isn't actually a lesbian. And she was like, well, she wears the uniform. She turned over the book and it had a picture of her on the back, and the fact that they looked exactly the fucking same, the short but sort of feminine haircut, the big glasses, the sort of just like unisex vest and shit, and I was like, yeah, I can tell you think it's a uniform. I know.
Yes.
I don't. How do you even talk to these people? That's just.
And and like this didn't come up until like a few rounds of gardening because like we were, I would go out there and they were on like a big property, so I was like cutting brambles and stuff while she was like talking at me. But then like these phrases kept slipping in, and that's like she also didn't support gay marriage. She's just like, well, it's a heterosexual concept, so I limit myself to one lesbian marriage a year.
Yeah.
It was like, okay, all right, ma'am. They lived in separate houses too, this supposed couple, and she kept like, when they would argue, she was like, sorry, you had to witness that sister spat. And I'm like, isn't she your partner? Why are you calling her your sister? This is fucked
But
up.
like her partner would like roll her eyes, and she was really cool.
Yeah,
with the
like
partner.
we barely got to hear her speak because the other one was always speaking, but sometimes we would get to spend time in her house. She was like really
amazing artist.
Yeah, like a cancer survivor. She did all this amazing art. She was like a school principal, like an out lesbian school principal.
She set up programs to do schooling online for kids in like rural communities in like impoverished countries and stuff.
She could talk about like other things. And like when her partner would be recommending us books and then she would leave, she's like, don't pay that navel gazing any mind. You don't have to read that.
Yes.
You gotta read that shit.
And she was like, have you heard of Spark Notes? Or just read the back of it. You get the gist of it.
Yeah.
Don't waste your money.
Yeah, she was like so normal comparatively. And she just was like happy to see like young lesbians. She's like, I'm so glad you guys could get married. She wanted to know about like the wedding and she was normal.
Yeah.
And she was the one who made that joke because like we showed off our rings and she saw my hands and she was just like, big fingers, I see why you married.
Oh yes.
And it was like, oh, lesbian sex joke.
But when the polyles was like,
didn't like that. Because we were relating genitally.
Together?
This was a thing.
This is the proof that like it's better to be alone than to be with the wrong person, lesbians. I just gotta say it. So many lesbians just settle because I know there's not that many of us.
Yeah.
But come on.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. And like I do see that with young lesbians as well. Yeah, calling your girlfriend wife, your sister is mad weird. Like I see those, I remember I posted them on Tumblr way back when I had one. We were in like a gift shop and I saw some cards that had like girlfriend on it and I was like, oh, that's really cool. And then you look inside, it's like, a girlfriend is the sister you choose. So it was for like fucking straight women. And I posted it and then I was being called racist because I was like, well, a black woman called their straight women friends girlfriend, so it's racist for you to like find it homophobic. And I was like,
be so for real right now.
And it's just like so many straight women do that. I hate it. And I also hate when they fucking call their males their partner. It's just like, you fucking admit that he's a male right now. You need to declare you're male. And I hate it when I hate it when rad femmes call their boyfriends their moids or their man pets. It's like, you're not any fucking better. You're
They're
still fucking a man,
Nigels.
sir. Yeah, it's not funny when you say Nigel. You're not part of the club because you're still fucking him. Just, yeah. I see it so often. And I'm like,
It's
no,
like-
you haven't avoided the criticism. You're still dating him.
And I think an easy way to figure out if they're a poly-les is they will bring up past boyfriends so fucking quickly. It's just like
quickly.
if you felt like pressured as like a 16-year-old or whatever
You
to
don't
sleep
just
with a man
read it.
to try, you're like traumatized and you're like, fuck, I wish I never did that. Where poly-les is like, yeah, I slept with Nigel and Bill and his friend Peter. And like, they'll bring everything up. And you're like, oh, you really are not a lesbian. But then I figured out, it's like, you're not a late in life bloomer. You're not even a fucking lesbian.
Yeah.
You may be bisexual, but like,
maybe not even.
Maybe not even.
but maybe not even.
Late
Like,
bloomer lesbians do that a lot too. They're so obsessed talking about all the men and how bad of partners they are. And I'm like, unrelatable to me, but okay.
Yeah.
Why are we still talking about this dude? Are you eating pussy yet? Like, what's? Can we talk about that?
Tell me about that. Tell me about your
Tell me
eye
about
on
that.
the clit. How was that
Yeah.
experience?
You got mouth on boob yet? Like,
Yeah.
have you been? You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to hear that.
Yeah.
yeah. It's just like, they're so.
It's always like the most male-centered quote lesbians, because that's how you know they're not lesbians. Like, why are we
Yes.
still talking
Yeah.
about men? They
I've been
fuck.
It's like
seen that.
straight women who bring up their boyfriend in every conversation.
Yeah, it's like, I don't
Mark.
care what he did. I don't care if it was the funniest thing in the world to you. It's not funny. He's ugly. I hope he goes bald and dies. And then you can be free. I don't care about your stupid voice.
Joan said that we should be presidents of the world, and I agree.
Oh,
Very
nice.
good. Thank you,
I
Joan.
like that. Thank you, Joan. All right, let's move that to motion. That everybody in agreement.
Say
All
aye.
right, that motion
Mouth-
has been
mouth on booby.
passed.
Mouth on
Say
booby.
mouth-
All right, now I declare today and every day henceforward mouth on booby day.
And sometimes
Yes.
mouth on clit day every
Yeah,
other
Yeah,
day.
it is
obviously,
observed. It is
Yeah,
observed.
And
let us all agree.
Hey,
Guess what?
since it's May 2nd here and it's May 3rd there, it's a extra long holiday, 2 days.
Yeah. Oh, true. Yes, internationally
goodness.
long. You have to you have to observe for both days.
For both days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Exactly. You should be doing nothing but mouth on booby.
Mouth
Yeah.
on clit.
I mean, I know
Eye
what
on
we're gonna be
clit.
doing after this stream.
I think the stream should end now. No.
Yeah, we gotta go.
Rusty and Mrs. Rusty drop out of the stream.
we come back 7 hours later.
We've
Well,
got
you
that
can assume
connection.
that Rad and I have kept it going for 7
Yeah, we're
hours
going
from
through a
now.
tunnel.
Is the tunnel of pussy? You have to be honest.
Yeah.
It is.
Oh my
Lordy.
god. So good. Oh. I think we got one more.
Hell yeah.
This was Nena's topic idea. Do
Ugh,
you want to
yeah.
lead it, Nena?
Okay, so first let's define. I hear this said a lot that like gay people set a bad precedent for like the queerio blah 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 movement because we demanded quote too much by insisting on like same-sex marriage and not just same-sex union. Or
Union.
partnerships or whatever other
So, like with the queer
marriage
stuff, we kind
light.
of have it coming type thing.
Yes. So they're kind of like, well, now you have it coming.
The
Now everything's going
slippery
to get rolled
slope.
back and you demand it because of you. And it's like, okay, first of all, there's a lot of things to debunk here. The idea that like asking for a same-sex marriage instead of like, the reason why they frame that as being too much is because, well, marriage already meant something to people. It was like a religious thing. It came from religion, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, okay, but it's your fault for making the civil procedure the same as your religious one. Like that's on you. Because you could have just always had marriage being the religious ceremony and then the civil procedure, like the legal one being, legal partnership or whatever you want to call it.
Mhm.
So they could have just done that, but they didn't want to separate church and state. They wanted their fucking religious Blorbo to be the main character of everyone's
Sky
life. So then
Daddy.
they made Sky Daddy the main character. And so now everyone had to do religious marriage instead of just like that being a religious thing. And then it's
Mhm.
like, okay, but now everywhere in the world acknowledges marriage as like the fundamental, like unification of two people, right? So we
Yeah.
can't just
And like
have this
civil
other
unions didn't have the same legal standing as marriage.
No.
Like even as it wasn't really an alternative. It was the next best thing. But it's like I'm pretty sure it still barred you from like being able to like get inheritance if
or
your
whatever.
spouse passed away, or
Also, the problem is like with doing that. Okay, so even let's say a country, Australia, for example. Let's say Australia says, okay, but we're going to make civil unions for same-sex couples, and they're going to have all the same rights as married couples. Okay, you can do that, but then that's not going to apply to other countries. So if I try to go to like another country, they're going to be like, well, you're not married, so that's nothing.
Yeah,
like,
it doesn't count. That doesn't
internationally
mean shit to
speaking.
us.
Yeah, internationally, only thing that counts is marriage. Like, right, for example, in Australia, I know that like they have, what is it called, like de facto couples, which is like a common law marriage type situation.
Where you have to basically pay taxes a certain way once you're living together for a certain amount of time.
Right. But if you combine your finances and you're living together and all this stuff, and like you basically have, like you can have all the same rights as a marriage, even though you were not technically married. But guess what? That don't mean shit if you're like, okay, I'm going to try to immigrate to Europe. One of us is European. Europe's like, you're not fucking married. Who the fuck are, like, I don't care that you're living with this person. So your roommate wants to come? No, that's not how it works. Like the standard for international things is marriage. It's not anything else.
Yeah, like that's it's not legally recognized, and it's just like we've already moved marriage so far from what it used to be, where it's just like a product exchange of you give me 7 goats, I give you woman.
And it used to be like you could marry several girl children. Like a man would marry 3 girl children. Like we've already changed things a lot, and I'm fine with. Like, I believe that religion should be able to determine how they perform their religious ceremonies, and that we gay people can't like demand to be included in that.
Yeah,
and we aren't. We don't care about your stupid shit. We're not saying you have to marry me in your church.
No. But it's such a cop out to blame gay people. It kind of reminds me of how like that really homophobic pastor who was found out to like actually be like soliciting male prostitutes for sex or whatever. And so
that's happened many times.
Yeah, so the belief is like, if the truest worst homophobes are actually just secretly gay people, so we are like absolved of our
homophobia.
Of our homophobia or our contribution to it, or it's just like, all this queerier stuff happened because like gay people made being straight seem boring. And it's just like, okay, well, you fucking listened. Like, okay, you're that fucking thin-skinned that you had to invent a new identity. Boo fuckity hoo.
Also, let's just say, we can say, okay, it hurt the feelings of religious people that gay people can get married now. We call ourselves like husbands and wives or whatever, because that's their special words, and it hurt their feelings. But did it actually in any way erode their rights? No.
Right? Did it do?
It's not encouraging. You don't have to marry us. You just have to give us the same legal rights as everyone else. So it's just like we should have the right to see each other in hospital and all that shit. It
gave straight people more rights.
They want it to be their special thing only.
Yeah, but like you can't. Like, it's not like, okay, well, now when you get married, a gay person's going to be up there sucking dick.
Yeah. And we have special music that's just for gay ceremonies.
Yeah, and you have to,
and then the lesbians have different ones.
You have to do a pledge to pussy. I mean, straight husbands won't do that anyway. That should actually be a part of it.
So we get gay marriage, and you have to call yourselves straight married. We get marriage. You guys get straight marriage, and you have to call yourself my male husband and my female. You know what I mean? Like we didn't. Yeah. Like, my opposite sex, my opposite sex spouse, like, you know what I mean? Like, we didn't take anything from you. If you didn't want to share, that's your problem for making these the common vernacular. And also, like, literally nothing was taken from you. So
yeah, it's not the same. You were gonna say something, Dylan?
I don't know if you've ever shared like the
hospital story. No, I haven't.
So
I don't think so. Anyway,
I don't know if Rusty said this, but we eloped.
Mm-hmm.
So we didn't do a big ceremony and stuff. But part of the reason we eloped is like, so I have many health issues.
Yeah, I've said you have MS.
Okay. So like I have MS. And so because of all the hospital visits with the neurologist and the ER trips and stuff, Rusty would get kicked out of the room and they're like, well, legally you're not anything.
Yeah.
And so it's just like, okay, cool. Now legally wife, fuck off.
Yeah. And we didn't know at the time that you actually had the legal right to have anybody you want in the room.
Yeah.
But it was because I was, quote unquote, speaking for you, even though you'd asked me to, because it was quite. This was towards the start of her diagnosis, and they were just like bombarding her with information, and I'd be like, okay, slow down. Can you explain what this means? Can you explain what this means? Can you explain what this means? And they're like, okay, she's too mouthy. She's gonna go.
Yeah, it's like my autistic.
auditory processing disorder. You're like, well, too much information.
Yeah, it's like
That's why you're supposed to bring someone. But yeah, the fact that they were able to like on the grounds of like, well, she's not related to you and you're not married, so.
But then like when we would tell friends and family, they're like, oh, it's not a big deal, and I'm like, well, you get your boyfriend in the room for no reason without questions. I can't have my fiance. Like,
yeah.
Yep.
So it's just like, I don't think we're demanding too much at all. It's not like we're going, and we need public holidays and extra pay.
Yeah.
Because
you guys can't get married anymore. It's ours. You guys have to have something else that won't be internationally recognized and gives you no rights. Like if that was the case, that'd be it. Like, no. Anyway, that's my opinion.
And
did they get too much?
You can't be in the room if they're sick, and you don't get anything when they die, or you can't have kids, and you
can't adopt their children or whatever.
You can't adopt their children.
Yeah.
And if you want to have kids, it will be thousands upon thousands of dollars. And if you want to foster and adopt, because straight people are stupid with their children, that will be a rigmarole and can take years.
See, I think the adoption process should be applied to straight couples who just fuck and then accidentally have a kid. It's just like, oh, you like didn't pass the parenting test, abort.
Yeah, I think they should have to take like parenting classes.
It's like you need a parenting license and you have to upkeep it, and we have to like come and do home checks and make sure that you're actually stable and you didn't just like accidentally fuck one day.
Like a fucking dog rescue does.
Yeah, exactly. Like they shouldn't just be allowed to fuck willy-nilly. It should be a process for every parent.
I saw a Reddit post yesterday about this person was asking for like legal advice because they had adopted a cat, but they were moving to a different state, and the rescue wanted the cat back because if they moved away, they wouldn't be able to continue checking up on its well-being.
Yeah, like I kind of understand it, to be honest. Like that's a little bit extreme, but like when it comes to children, I think it should be extreme in that like it should not just be as easy as like whoopsies, had sex, had baby.
I have a baby now.
Yeah.
Well, who cares what happens to this baby?
I mean, you might not be born.
That reminds me, maybe like
if that was a lot.
The amount of whoopsie.
Like, honestly, I shouldn't have. Like, I have so many fucking siblings. Yeah. It is a joke.
Yeah.
Like 2 basketball teams with spares.
Yeah.
Wow.
So many fucking siblings. Oh yeah, and it's just like I have very strong views on like people having large families and stuff. It's like there's so much neglect and you can't adequately look after all those children.
Yeah, 12 or 13 kids. Or
and it's just like, and you miss out on so
you
much.
cannot like emotionally.
No.
You cannot meet the emotional needs of that many children. Yeah. Like you literally can't. It's impossible.
No, and it's just like, are you going to pay for my fucking therapy? I think the fuck not.
Yeah.
You aren't. And it's just like, I have to fix what you broke. What shouldn't be broken? Because you shouldn't have fucking fucked.
Yeah, well, I was a fix the marriage baby. My parents got divorced 2 years later.
I was so like I'm the second eldest. I was we got told we couldn't have more kids.
So we just fuck recklessly anyway.
Yeah, and it's just like, you were fucking teenagers. You should not have been having kids.
Yeah. So yeah. It should
so many.
Should be strict.
Yeah,
be
like
strict
I saw a picture. I saw a picture on Facebook the other day that was like, look at how remarkable this is. 6 generations in one photo. And it was like, like great grandma, 80 years old. Then the next one, 76. Do the math.
60.
Or I mean 66.
I was about to say, oh my God. No.
Jesus.
Then the next one, 50. Then the next one, 37. Then the next one, 17.
Yikes.
And then the baby.
It's
like every single one of these women had their children under the age of 17.
Yeah. Well, it's like you remember your grandmother's 50th and your mother's 25th birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So.
Yeah.
Well, like I had And
you knew your great-grandparents.
I knew my great-grandparents.
Yeah.
I knew 7 out of 8 of my great-grandparents.
Wow. But they were just really old.
Into my childhood.
But they were just old for you, right?
Yeah. But they were around until they all died between my ages of 10 and 16.
Yeah.
So I got to know all of my great-grandparents, minus one who died before even my parents were
That's
born.
awesome.
What were you gonna say?
I barely even knew my grandparents, so we had very different experiences.
Well, no, I was just going to say, like, my great-grandparents, like, they could still be alive today and it not be crazy.
Yeah, based on age.
Based on age.
Yeah. Well, your grandparents are the same age as my dad. So.
Correct.
Whoa.
But my dad was when he was born, his dad was 70. My grandpa on my dad's side was, and I kid you not, born in 1890.
Wow.
Yeah,
Crazy.
so I didn't
Wow.
get to meet him.
Wow. Yeah,
No,
my
it'd be 1880.
1880. Okay, yeah.
my grandparents would have been like that too. 1800, 1880,
Yeah.
1890, probably around there. So yeah, I never met them.
My great grandmother's sister was born in 1899 and she died in 2003.
Wow.
So like she lived in 3 different centuries.
That's fucking crazy.
Like with my family, I have to go.
Yeah, how many grandmas do you have to go back to reach the 1800s?
17 generations back.
Yeah.
Something like that. No, my great grandmother was born in the 30. I think I have to go back 3 greats.
Yeah. Insane.
Crazy.
To get to your grandfather. And
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck. Stop breeding so young, family. Like, it's not good. Like, my mum and my sister, for like context, both had kids at the same time.
Yeah, that's fucking weird. Like they have
my God.
So now you have like sisters and nieces and nephews that are like months apart in age.
Yeah, so
like,
for example, it's like sibling, niece or nephew, and then
sibling, niece and nephew. Yeah, or niece, nephew, sibling, and like
niece, nephew,
we've been
sibling.
out with like these like several kids at the same time, and they look like fucking twins. And then
they're
we'll
like,
be
oh,
watching.
so you've got 2 sets of twins, and we're like, no.
And it's like, okay, 1, these are not our children. 2, they are not siblings. 3, 3.
Wow. There's so much to unpack.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But it's like, it's weird then, because like you will have like a brother or sister-in-law that is under the age of 10.
Yeah, it's a little strange for me.
That is very strange.
Yeah.
That is so crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, straight people should stop fucking. Actually, we should have imposed more on straight people. That's the thing.
I know, we should have demanded more.
Or
That's the gay agenda.
mandatory vasectomies at like what? 11?
Yeah, I think vasectomy should be like mandatory for males at whatever age it's like surgically safe to do, however young they have to be. And then they need
safe to reverse.
Then they need 10 women who are not related to them to agree to the reversal. They need 10.
And a woman who signs a contract saying that she is willing to,
have the child, and then after the child is conceived, back to vasectomy. Snip that shit off. Actually, it just gets cut off. Then.
Execution. He's done.
And then he gets executed.
He's done his part.
Yeah, it's like the spiders that like the female spiders just eat them after mating.
Yeah, exactly.
Take them out back and shoot them.
Well, because you know how much men love. They're like, oh, like biologically, it's now imperative to like spread our seed as much as possible. Actually, it's your job to like fuck and then be killed. Actually, I think.
Then die. Yeah.
Yeah, make it like a salmon fucking die or whatever, whichever fish it is that like has like a need to fuck and then dies. I can't remember which one.
Don't type that into your search engine.
Yeah. Which animal fucks and then dies?
Immediately dies.
Yeah.
Humans.
Yeah. Oh god.
Human males, if you do it.
Yeah. Yeah, but that would be my thinking for like straight couples. But yeah, and they can't be like women related to the guy because there's too many like boy moms and like women that are willing to like defend their brothers and sons and fathers and whatever. It has to be women completely unrelated.
Boy moms are the
fucking
freaking worst.
Oh, I was seeing like a TikTok compilation of those where like they're going to like their son's prom. Like, and pick out dresses for it, and I bought these flowers for my son to give me. It's just like, so he's not even that good of like an incestuous boyfriend for you. Like, he can't even buy you the flowers. Like, okay, this is completely delusional then. Okay, there's no. Oh.
Or I see on Reddit all the time in the "Am I the Asshole" one, where women are posting about like, "Am I the asshole because my fiance's mother wants to wear white to our wedding?"
Yes. Oh my god, it's such a
leave.
thing. It's so weird.
Like, you're not gonna.
So weird.
Life sucks to be single-use males. Nice. But yeah, the boy moms are so fucking Or like ones where they're like still like cleaning their teeth for them, like flossing their teeth and like
stop
living with them. And it's just like, I'm sorry, do you wipe his ass too? Like, Jesus Christ.
I can't. That's disgusting.
Yeah. It's
Your mother though. Like,
Oh, she's a boy mom for sure.
Oh,
but then like
no.
my mother's not much better.
Yeah.
There's just a
Oh,
lot of
no.
girls to even out the mix.
Yeah. But she believed that raising girls is harder.
Checks out with how she treats you.
Yeah.
Let's see,
am now
I'm
getting-
lucky. Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say I'm now getting more like stern and like no to Rusty's mother.
Yeah.
She's not appreciating it.
Aw.
Bad squat.
I would.
Yeah, see, my parents are both like, my dad is a very strange man in many
me
ways.
too.
Like, he's a very strange man. But my mom grew up with 5 sisters and 1 baby brother, and then my dad grew up with 5 sisters and no brother, and his
He was
only
the
male
baby
relative was the only boy, and then he had a cousin who was gay, a gay male, and so they were besties. So my dad just doesn't know how to talk to other men and doesn't like them.
That's
Because
hilarious.
he doesn't understand them at all. And then he became
Yeah,
an
like
danger!
OBGYN. He became an OBGYN, which is very problematic, but it's because he hates men so much. He was like, I can only have female patients. I never have to talk to men. And every time there's a man in the room, I can kick him out of the room, which he often did. And he's like, I love it when I have lesbians because there's no man. I don't have to talk to a man. He's like, they're the best. They're the best customers or clients or whatever. What's it called? Patients.
Yeah.
There's no man I have to talk to. And I'm like, fair enough, but like still problematic, Dad. You know,
Ugh.
it was a
Sorry,
different
I'm just
time,
seeing-
but still problematic.
I'm seeing purity balls be mentioned. I have seen that where like girls
What?
wear like the promise ring for
Oh,
their
yeah.
dad, and like
Gross,
they go
yeah,
to like
I hate
pro-
that.
like full proms, but it's with their dad, and they're like making a promise to keep their
Yeah.
virginity for whatever time. It's just fucking weird.
For their husbands. I watched a documentary on purity balls once, and it was so fucking unsettling because there's like little girls as young as like 4 up to like 17, and they're like wearing wedding dresses, and they're doing a ceremony where their father gives them a ring that they put on their finger and pledge their virginity to their father until he agrees that she has found a suitable
It's the
husband.
Yeah.
grossest.
At
I
which
I thought that was made up in movies. I didn't realize that was actually
no,
a real
it's
thing.
Yeah.
so
It's a thing with
real.
like
Yeah, so it's like a-
evangelical religious people, like crazy religious people. Yeah, it's really gross.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
honestly thought that was just
um,
like a fucked up plot in a movie one time of like,
No.
oh, like I slept with a girl who went to a purity ball kind of thing.
No.
thing.
Oh,
No.
oh my
real.
god.
Yeah, I remember seeing like photos going around Tumblr back when Tumblr was actually like a little bit critical. I'm sorry, was that a GameCube turning on that I just heard?
no, that was my take your medication
Oh,
alarm.
But
I often ignore those.
Yeah, me too. Hence the silencing of it.
Oh, you.
yeah.
At least it's just for my migraines. It's not anything like blood pressure or something.
Oh.
Still,
I-
migraines suck.
Yeah,
I-
you need to take
yeah,
your
well, yeah.
medication.
I ignore my mood stabilizers.
You need to take them. I'm pointing at you. I'm looking at you.
I know, I don't like it. I feel like a child getting scolded.
Yeah, well then just take your medication, please. Or no mouth on boob.
No, the ultimate threat.
It's a risk I'm willing to take.
Rusty's extorting her wife.
Oh my god, problematic. It's gonna be all over the forum.
Wants wife to be safe.
Yeah.
No mouth on boob until complies.
She's withholding. Let the court know that she was withholding mouth on boob.
Wow.
It's a hard life I live.
Aww.
Yeah, you write the tell-all book, having to be married to a turf.
Who denies boob?
Oh my god, that
Bum-bum
made me remember.
Yeah.
On Thursday when I was at work,
Mhm.
I saw an older lady, and she was wearing a shirt that said, "Yes, I am a turf. Yes, you can fuck off."
Oh.
Wow.
It was at the library,
Oh.
and I was just like,
Known place for
You look-
turfs to be.
And you didn't get her number?
I did not because I was at work and I had a client.
Oh.
But I was like, you're like, I'm guessing minimum like 65, like full gray hair.
That's
Oh my
amazing.
god,
Like-
love.
And I was just like,
We
"Oh."
need to find her.
Yes, we need to bring her
and
to the
ask
stream.
her out to dinner. Yeah, bring her to the street. Hello, random woman. No context. What would you like to say?
She was like, I was here because I needed to buy some green beans. Is this
Yeah.
what you wanted to know? Is this what you're interested in?
I think she probably was living rural and was like,
Yeah.
voting center was right next to the library, so she was probably off to vote. But
Love
like,
that. I
anyway,
love that she wore her turf shirt to the voting center.
That's
yeah,
incredible.
probably like the Greens were the only one who was going to talk to her then.
Yeah. Well, no, Greens actually support trans shit.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
There's nowhere for women who know what women are and
No.
don't want to
Yeah.
pander to men.
Yeah.
Be a trad wife.
Mm.
Yep.
Every
Couldn't get
single
in yet.
stream, we get comments about the profile pictures.
What's wrong with
Listen.
mine? Mine's normal. I've been picking normal ones.
Mine is what I look
Unlike
like in
your
real
Discord
life.
one, Rusty.
Yeah, my Discord one is lovely. You love
I
it.
mean,
What have you changed it to
disturbing.
recently?
I'll show you.
what were you gonna say, Nana?
Oh yes, sir.
No, I'm just saying this is what I look like in real life, so don't be homophobic.
Mine is what I used to look like. I don't look like that anymore. But
No, she looks
like a
exactly
little-
like that. I'm doxing
I'm a
her
little
right
bald,
now. She wears this.
naked creature with huge eyes laying in a puddle of blood.
my
That's
hair
me.
is totally different now. But
No, it's exactly the same.
oh, okay.
There is no representation of me, so you can just guess.
I mean, I've drawn you a few times, but it's
Mrs.
like
Rusty is just a void.
yeah,
I am.
Oh,
Use
I'm
your
so
imagination.
yeah. Whereas mine is a preview for an upcoming page. Wow.
Oh, I'm excited. I can
Yeah.
more.
I've already seen it, so.
You don't have to
Wow,
rub it in,
flex.
sweetheart.
Wait, have I actually seen that page?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, you saw the sex scene like months ago.
Oh, yeah. Like, I'm gonna, like, out myself as a bad wife. Like, I don't keep up to date with
That's
Least
okay.
Bound.
It's okay. I bounce all my ideas off you. So.
You do. Like, I know the story and I know what's going to happen.
Mhm.
But comics aren't my thing.
No, that's okay. You're a book nerd.
I am.
Yeah. It's okay. My wife is not into the things that I'm into. She just sits there uncomprehendingly and just smiling vaguely. She's like, have fun, babe. She does not know what
I
I'm doing.
support Rusty and I'm like, good for you. It looks great.
Yeah,
But, you know.
that's okay.
Yeah.
I don't mind, sweetheart. I just read you the dumb comments I get, and you're like, there's too many people in this
Oh,
world.
there are so many dumb comments.
Yep.
It's a bit much.
Rusty, is the purple character a ghost?
No. I usually just draw like if it's like a background character that I haven't like named or something, I'll like make
Yeah.
them all the same color and I don't give them eyes.
Just background people. It just means it's a mob
Yeah.
character.
Because she's not ableist, so they're all blind.
Oh my God.
Wow. Representation.
Yeah,
It's
true.
So brave of you.
It's diversity.
But no, it's just some lady that's like wanting to dance with Jaden.
And Jaden's like, I really don't like this.
No, she likes it. She's just rubbing the back of her head. I just think it's.
No, I meant like the dancing.
Oh yeah, she's just not good at it.
Mood. But oh my god, I would love to be there and dance with them. Ah.
No kidding. Again.
Then it makes me think of a local conservative comic that has this fetus being like, "No, mom, don't kill me,"
Oh,
and
yeah.
the mom is like, a lady with a nose ring saying, "Aborting is awesome."
Nice. I love those.
That's me. I'm the aborted fetus.
Or the one where like the aborted fetuses are like up on the cloud and they're like, wow, look at all that shit that's going down there. I'm sure glad we got aborted and don't have to deal with it.
Oh, good night, Joan and Navarre.
Good night, Joan.
Sleep well.
Sleep well.
Little
guys
kiss
are
on
just,
the forehead to send you off. Mouth on Jaden's boob. Plum
Jaden's
Plumie
boob.
is losing the plot.
What?
Wait, is that an option though?
No. That's what Plum Plumie said.
I know, I'm just clarifying. Is that options?
Not for you. You're married. What are you saying?
I'm talking to your audience.
You saying you'd leave me for Jaden?
No.
No, because she's not your favorite.
She's not my favorite.
She's not, because she's like, who would you leave Rusty for?
Yeah.
Let's get into it.
Yeah, because your favorite is Violet, based on looks.
Yes, based on looks.
Yeah.
Violet.
Oh, based on look. Okay. I think based
I'm
on
a
Brick
everything, Jaden
loyalist.
is my favorite.
Who was your favorite? Sorry, Nana.
Jaden.
Oh, okay.
I know,
No,
it's the
then-
basic answer. Leave me alone.
Yeah,
That's what I like.
Basic
I
lesbian.
like what I like. But not gonna apologize.
Is
And Radical's married to Lady Gaga. So
Yeah.
well, yeah, but
who would
I
you
also-
leave your wife for?
I believe
I'm
she
actually-
her favorite was
I'm actually
Panya.
married.
Yeah, Parnia.
I know you're
also,
married.
I'm literally married. but still.
also,
Oh, Violet
I
is
could-
hot though.
I could fix
Hold on.
Brick.
No! Stop with Brick! Stop being attracted to her!
She's so cute.
Okay, wait, no, I
Do I
like
have to-
Ari a lot. Hold on.
Do I have to bring up the
so many,
cast
though.
page so everybody can pick their faves?
Yeah, let's pick our Borbos.
Do it. Bring up
Borbas.
the cast page, and then I think you can
All
share
right.
your own screen.
Oh, okay. Can I do that? Can I just
if you
link it? Can I just link it for you to share?
Well,
just I've got
I
so many
don't trust
cords.
my hotspot.
I mean, I can
Oh, okay.
share because my computer is strong if you need me to.
Okay, here you go. I've sent the
Yeah,
cast
whatever.
list to you.
I mean, I
I've
know
sent
what the
the-
cast list is. I've got it open. already.
Wow, she's just got it open on the reg.
But like, see, there's a character that I kind of like.
You like, but you can't spoil because her backstory hasn't come out yet. Or
No.
that's right.
The green hair one, or is
Rick.
she blue hair?
Alyssa,
No, with the black dress.
Alyssa.
Yeah, that one. I used to dress like at one point I had green hair and had a dress like that before I met Rusty, and I'm like, love it, but you're problematic. So no.
Mm.
So who's?
See,
Are
okay,
you saying you
let's
like
go.
Ari more?
I like Ari a lot, though. I do like Ari a lot. She's definitely like, I don't know. There's so many that are my type. Turns out
Wow,
I just really like
Pum-Pummy.
ladies. What she
Sorry,
said. What is she?
pregnant.
Well, show them Brick so everybody knows which one
Okay,
friggin'
let's
Radical
look at
is
Brick.
simping over.
Okay, let's get down to Brick. Hold on. Not
gotta get there.
family. Oh my god, there's so many characters.
cutie
Okay, here we
clever
go. Marcy Rose Abbott.
Marcy's
Alyssa
cute as fuck,
Sampson.
too.
Marcy's cute. Okay, they're very cute. Where I feel so sorry for Clancy. Oh, Clancy.
Yeah.
Oh, Clancy. Okay,
Where's her Ari? Ari.
where's wait, is Brick not on the cast?
Yeah, Brick. You just pause it. Brick is Marcy.
Yeah.
Oh, Brick is Marcy. Oh, okay.
yeah.
that's her real
Yeah,
name.
that's right.
If you click
So
on the little
cute.
arrow, if you click on the little arrow
Oh,
next to
it
the name,
goes down.
it'll drop
Oh.
down
Brick.
trans alias Brick.
She's so cute. Look at her.
But she's straight.
I know,
Yeah.
but
It's not going to
Fix
work
her.
for you. You can't fix her to not be straight. Ugh, there's
She's
so
so
many good
cute.
options.
But yeah, I love Parnia too.
Yeah, Panya too.
That's
She's
just
so
'cause
cute.
She's tall.
Yeah, she's tall. and she's cute.
196
Where's
centimeters.
that freaking art, Rusty? I gotta find it.
I also
Yeah.
like
I might not have it
Kenzie.
on my computer though. It might be on my phone actually.
Of Panya kissing you. I'm not sure where I put that.
The one where I'm half in frame.
Yeah.
I don't have it on my computer. It's on my phone.
Life sucks, to be honest. Don't dare say that. Don't say it looks like the boyfriend's webcomic. How dare you?
What is the boyfriend's webcomic?
It's this webcomic
Oh, I
by a
remember.
chick where she they all are named after their stereotype. Like there's jock and goth and nerd and prep, and one of them is a tiff, and they're all like, "We're so gay for her." I mean him.
Mm. Okay, yeah, I remember now. I trauma
seeing-
blocked it out. There's so many good characters, and I want to kiss all of them who are adult lesbian women. Otherwise, no.
Leonardo Lavia says, I don't know what happened on Leafspan. I didn't know a lot about the general plot, but I wanted some kind of argument instead of the current situation. oh yeah. You wanted Riley and Blair to break up instead of fucking in the public bathroom.
Sometimes they're gonna fuck in the public bathroom first, and then they're gonna break up.
Yeah, they have messiness. I really wanted to bring like a messy same-sex relationship where it like didn't involve like a man or anything. Where it's just like, oh, these women be messy.
They'd be bad for each other, but you know, because I know that couple. I think we've all met that couple.
And if you haven't, are you in that couple?
You are part of it. I'm sorry, but you are probably that couple. If you're like, I don't know anyone like that, it's like, ooh, I'm sorry to tell you.
It's like everyone has a gay cousin. If you don't, you are that gay cousin.
I know. I was like, I don't have any gay cousins, and guess what happened? But then actually, I do have a lot of gay cousins. So turns out genes are crazy. I have a lot of lesbian couples specifically.
I don't. I have a gay aunt. My aunt is a lesbian, but only
Nice.
her and I were the only ones.
Huh. Look at Muddles. Muddles is also good. She's
Oh, whoops!
so
I
cute.
didn't even realize this was.
Real life Muddles is having attitude right now.
Yeah. Oh, existential gamer. All Rusty's detractors love Jacob. Yes, the teenage boy. They love him.
Lord, they can't catch a hint. It's not about dudes.
Yeah, they were also very excited. Like, there's a couple of them that still like ask after like a male toddler I introduced like briefly. Like, he's just like a little boy playing dress up and has two gay dads. Like, he exists for like 4 pages, and they're like, "Is he gonna come back?" No.
No. I think Dayton isn't sure she'll ever get back in the dating game. Before I was married, it's like, you must because I love you. But now I'm married, so good luck, Dayton. It's not gonna be me. It's not gonna be me, but could be someone else.
Is Muddles a furry or a gay cat? She's just a cat.
Oh.
It sucks, to be honest. She's just a cat. I just made her a lesbian because I thought it'd be funny.
Well,
Yeah.
because real life Muddles hates men.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, because she was named after my wife's cat.
Wow.
Mm.
Don't let her hear you say that.
Mm.
You'll never get your spot back on the bed.
Yes, because you brought her to the relationship.
Yes.
Too cute.
But I'm seeing a lot of valid. Takes. Plum Plumie, I'm surprised you haven't come for Nellie yet. She really likes Nellie, one of the older lesbians. She keeps trying to sexualize the elderly. Plum
Let's
Plumie.
find.
They can't be left
Bisexual.
out.
She's a Ruth fan. She's a Nellie fan.
I do like Ruth. She's great.
They're in the
Yeah.
team. They're in the Yoni, so they should be above family.
Okay.
There she is. Blossom
there's
Nelson
Ruth.
and Ruth.
Oh, okay, there you
Yeah.
Yeah, they're great.
Yeah.
Very great.
Yeah, I know. I'm seeing the icon of Radical next to Nelly because she was based off her.
Yeah. Blossom Nelson, yeah, inspired by Radical. Or
Aww.
Yeah, because it was
Very
based
touching.
off. Yeah, because you really liked Jessie Nelson from
Little
goodness,
Mix.
what is Little Mix? Even though she's problematic now, but this is before that.
Well, I still
So I gave you
think
that
she's hot.
last name. Yeah.
My fave is problematic and hot.
Wow. I'm gonna see if there's any that look like me, so I can claim that they're inspired by me. Hold on.
Oh.
I don't think. Hold on. I'm kidding. I'm still
Sorry,
going.
Queen. You're not
still
represented.
going.
I'm a bad writer because you couldn't find one that looks like you.
No. Yeah. This
Rusty,
is definitely
representation
racist against
matters.
me. Yeah. Why am I not represented?
I'm sorry, Queen.
Wow. I'm not represented. I'm so offended. I'm gonna cancel you.
Leave me a mean comment.
I'm gonna be leaving me. Where am I?
Yeah.
So good.
I'm scared Blair is gonna peak. She's gonna get worse, isn't she? Oh, Queen. Oh, honey, you've got a big storm coming, gif.
I'm going to say nothing.
She knows all the secrets.
Yeah,
I know none
I like
of the
bounce
secrets.
ideas.
I don't want
bounce ideas
spoilers.
up
I'm here to rap. I'm here to enjoy this.
Oh, keep that in mind.
know.
I mean, I can send you all the pages I've finished so far.
Wait,
I
do.
think I'm like,
Wait, that's an option? Never mind. I want to be spoiled. I was only saying I didn't want spoilers to comfort myself.
I don't know
No, I do
who
want-
Bolsonaro is, Ballistic.
The former president of Brazil.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she often gets mistaken for a guy, but I don't care. Most of my female characters have been considered to be, like, have been theorized to be male. Even Blair there. People like, oh, is the twist that Blair is a Tim? And I'm like, how fucking dare you say I would ever draw a Tim like that?
Yeah.
Refer to bottom of page.
Yeah, let's get to the actual Tims just for
My
clarity.
favorite is when, like, people criticize you, Rusty, by saying that the way you've drawn the AGP gang is, like, over-exaggerated and terrible and evil. And, like, you and I literally found in real life
Yeah.
exact dupes for them.
Yeah.
You drew them first. They were not inspired by.
Yeah.
You drew them
Oh, like,
first,
I did-
and then...
I did have some feedback, and I did have some women when I was first designing the AGP gang, like, they gave me some pointers of, like, oh, make this one, like, scrawnier, or, like, do this, or, like, they often do this with their hair, but, like, yeah, I literally just, like, they're, like, an amalgamation. They're, like, right down
Yeah.
the bottom.
And then, like, I would be going
and then
through,
you
like,
found
social
them.
media and be like, I sent them to you and be like, this is...
I like that you
Exactly. Like,
clarified that this guy is manlet height. That's perfect.
Yeah. Had to go in on him. I mean, I spent so long writing all these buyers.
well, that's exactly it, Arugula, is like, yeah, I would see them on the Her app and I'd send them to Rusty and be like, oh my god, look who I found.
Found
and
your
it's
guy.
crazy. Like, they're exact matches for the AGP gang.
I even saw, like, a TikTok of one he was getting passed around. I think he went by, like, Emma or some shit. He literally had, like, the long blue hair, the fucking cat ears, blue lipstick, and I was like, Jesus Christ, am I manifesting that?
Well, we saw that in real life when we were.
Yes.
Also, their surnames are so fucking funny.
I know.
I mean,
Johnson,
even in, like,
Dixon, and
and it's just, like,
Todd, Roger,
Richard,
Johnson.
Peter,
and
Richard, Roger.
Yeah.
God, Rusty.
And, like, I got RJD from, like, because, like, Riley J. Dennis was really big there, so I used those
Oh,
initials.
very good.
And you'll notice that, I think both Todd and Richard, both their birthdays are, like, November 19th is International Men's Day or some shit. I can't remember what December 2nd is, and then I made, like, a Peter Shaft. I made him September 14th, because, like, yeah, his parents just fucked on Valentine's Day. He was an accident. That was my thinking.
Aw, perfect.
Oh.
And he was born premature.
Yeah. Should have been
Slightly
aborted.
No, let's just ugh, God. Yikes. I'm getting out of here. I'm scrolling
Yeah, go
away.
back up to the
I'm
ninth.
scrolling away. Let's get to our very sad blorbos when we
Yeah.
want to save.
I mean, they love them. It's interesting seeing, like, my detractors' opinions on, like, the regular girls. Like, you know, Riley's a sexual molester who, like, just wants
Oh,
Blair
God.
for sex. Ari's also a sexual molester because she, like, did a magic trick where she, like, made Jaden appear in a suit. Jaden's just a stereotypical tough woman, and Riley's shy and meek, blah, blah, blah. Whereas, like, the actual readers, there's so many genuine readers who love the Gendy ones, and they're like, oh, she's so good, though. I love her. Oh, this is my silly little blobber.
Something for everyone.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you are a brick liker, so you...
Well, I think Brick
Again,
is
something
cute.
for
I don't
everyone.
know if I like her.
I like that she's an MRA. Marcia
Yeah,
Rose.
that was the...
Yeah.
I
And
love
then
the
it's
fucking
like-
Easter eggs throughout.
Yeah.
It's the same with
Spacebound.
Tiffany
Tiff.
Isabella Franklin.
Yep.
Oh, it's so good.
It's interesting with Martha Jane, so we often just call her MJ, but she has 3 gender names. It's interesting the detractors will always just use her male name. It's just like, you're not taking note of when she's assertive, when she's passive, or when she's neither. That's kind of transphobic of you.
I love this comment from Elle. Rusty
Oh, that
continuing
was
the long lesbian tradition of Our Lady of Sappho naming men Dick character from Man Island.
Yeah, that was literally the idea behind the AGP gang. That is why I did that.
It's so funny.
So funny.
So I have like that's like my theme with male names. Like I'll either slip the word like man in there or like male. Like if they're like I had like a once-off like one panel character. He was like Wayne Kerr. There was like, or I'll just use like there was like, oh, this is my nephew Manson. Like he's a man's son. Like
Ballistic has ideas for you. Pinto is a Portuguese surname that also means peen, in case you need new names.
Oh, excellent! Thank you. I one of the AGP gang before I came up with my dick theme. I really wanted to name him Nick Vertrauen. So like, because in German, nicht Vertrauen is like not trustworthy, but I was like, oh, the dick team is too good, so I'll just have to hold on to Nick Vertrauen for something else.
The dick team.
Oh, the
yes,
dick
thank
click,
you,
if I may.
Existential Gamer Jaden is actually just a big, huge softie. That's a crazy thing. They think all these wild like assumptions about the characters. Like Violet, who is like a single mother who is like raising a gender non-conforming young baby lesbian. Like she's apparently a bully and a pick-me because she said that she hopes her daughter doesn't like wear lipstick in her teen years. Like they just like make the wildest assumptions about this. And obviously, the baby lesbian character is pedophilia because you can't be a lesbian at 10, obviously.
Yeah, you can be straight at 10, but you can't be gay or lesbian at 10.
Yeah, and like the bratty teenage brother character is like he actually doesn't have male socialization. He didn't do chores because chores aren't fun. That's nothing to do with male socialization, obviously. He's just a sweet little blobber, and they ship him with a female character. They've written fan fiction about it.
Gross.
Yeah. Of the lesbian webcomic,
Imla reacts to least-bound fanfiction.
Honestly.
No, you don't.
I feel like I would be overstepping a bound as a creator. I know you're not supposed to
of course. No, I would never.
But if I'm not there, go for it. I've always wanted to do like a reading of Leastbound, like a full reading of it. I feel like that'd be really fun to like cast everybody. I'll get to it eventually. Yes, they did. Jaden has also been subject to many stereotypes, like the fact that she stood up to the AGP gang. She's been called like a angry black woman character. Where it's just like she's like the furthest from. She's like a golden retriever like type, but a woman,
Yeah.
Golden retrievers could be girls too.
Oh yeah, I know, but they're like, oh, golden retriever boyfriend. Yeah, like. So I have seen people believe that, where they like think certain dog breeds are like only male or only female. It's like only poodles can be female and only pit bulls can be male. It's like, okay.
The pit bull I have right now is kind of a Jaden.
Oh,
the one
big,
I'm looking
strong,
after.
softy.
Very strong, but like she is so timid and gentle. Actually, like I said earlier, she's kind of pathetic. She's like, she's extremely anxious of everything and afraid of everything. And on Tuesday, I was going to stream, but it was raining and she was having a panic attack. Not even thundering yet, just rain. And like, yeah, she's just... She gets doggy, gabapentin, and Xanax before bed because otherwise she won't sleep and she'll just panic. Like, she's just an anxious mess. Poor girl.
Oh, sweetie babe.
I know. And she has to take blood pressure medication because of her anxiety. Like, this poor...
Oh my goodness.
But she's the sweetest, nicest, cutest. She's just... anxious.
I don't know, man. Okay. My best friend is a medical examiner. And so with some frequency, she tells me about the people that, end up on her table who have been killed by pit bulls.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly women and children. And it's not that frequent, but it's only ever pit bulls.
Oh, I know.
Isn't there also a problem that like most of like the pit bull attacks are like unneutered males?
I don't even know.
Yeah, I remember reading that.
I am like...
American pit bulls are kind of scary. Like, I know they have, like, the crazy breeding problems where, like, their eyes are so far apart and they're, like, just eating toddlers for lunch. I know there is a thing.
That's not this girl. Like, she is actually so cute and sweet. But I am, like, as a dog sitter professionally, I am wary of certain breeds, and I won't typically take pit bulls.
Yeah, it's definitely a safety issue. Like it's not like I feel bad for the dogs that end up that like it's like the thing where like, oh, you just think all people should be aborted. That's like use your fucking brain cells. I don't think that like we should just go out and murder every pit bull. I think maybe we should stop breeding these killing machines though.
Mm-hmm.
Like, can we stop doing that? It's not a good idea.
Yeah.
It's not safe. And like it's not the fault of the dogs that are currently alive right now. We have to figure out what is the best and most humane way for them to like live out their life with dignity and also safety for everyone. But like we should really stop breeding them. Like I'm sorry, like it's not the popular thing to say, but like pit bulls are just more dangerous. It's not like all dogs can bite, but very few dogs can kill people easily and frequently like pit bulls do.
With their bite,
like
and it doesn't help like because they've been bred like you know, you have a look at like what a pit bull looks like from like 50 years ago, and you look at a pit bull now, and it's just like that's an alien creature. I mean, like that's a problem with lots of dog breeding, but like because they have like such strong jaws, it is a really big issue.
When I was doing dog training, it actually was interesting to me. The most aggressive dogs that would come into training were labs.
Yeah, they can be crazy. They can be
there's some bad breeding there as well.
Yeah, and it's just like, ooh, and they're like, oh, so I just thought, it's like, no, like, what are you doing to this dog?
Yeah, well, it's sort of like how like lots of little dogs will jump because they haven't been trained to not jump because people are like, oh, that's so cute, but it's just like, okay, but if this dog was bigger, it'd be an issue. Or like when people terrorize like little chihuahuas or whatever, it's like, oh, they're such evil little dogs, and it's just like, okay, no, this is a case of you like terrorizing this little animal and not reading its body language for you to leave it alone.
But there is major breeding issues.
Oh, big time.
Like,
for sure.
Lack of training of like people
because
being
they just
I can just get a dog, and if I get one from the shelter, it's automatically all trained and knows things. It's like, no, that's a traumatized dog generally. They need more attention, not less.
Like definitely like any dog can bite and does bite. Like there's definitely like bites are very commonly reported from a wide variety of dogs. Basically, the dogs that are the most common are the ones that you're gonna have the most bites from because there's just more of them. But like most bites are not life-threatening. Like, of course, it still sucks to get bitten by an animal and have to go get surgery, get stitches and whatever. But like,
pitties,
come on,
like they have a
pits are the
lethal
ones
bite.
that kill.
Yeah,
they're the ones that have the capacity and unfortunately the breeding to do that. Like,
there's
my friend is so traumatized by all these pit bull deaths that they're really bad. Like it's pretty gruesome.
Yeah, it can be, definitely. Also, golden doodles are becoming high on the list of like really awful bites and attacks. They're extremely neurotic, and they are on my banned breeds. I will not accept a golden doodle client. They're
very poorly bred.
But that's what I was gonna say. They're very poorly bred as well.
Are generally, in my experience, not bred around like kids, and they can be an anxious and like unpredictable breed as
Same
well.
with Dalmatians. Like when 101 Dalmatians came out, I was like, oh, let's get a Dalmatian for a family. It's like, no, those are working dogs. They have a specific like need. They don't like little children. Don't do that.
My aunt and uncle raised Dalmatians.
Oh god.
And it was
but
they were wonderful. They were really, really good. Like my aunt and uncle were. And growing up, like they always had 4 or 5 at a time. It was awesome.
Wow. It's a lot.
Wow.
And awesome.
What were you gonna say, Dawn?
I was gonna say I took you to a dog thingy at a museum for your birthday one year.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And there was quizzes of like the best recommended breed to suit your lifestyle and whatnot. And one of the options that came up that a lot of people got is, we recommend you don't get a dog. And people were like, what? But I want one.
But they put like, I don't want to walk it. Yeah, I don't want it to leave hair anywhere. I don't want to have to train it. And it's just like, here is a
I don't want to clean up its
this
poo.
Is the perfect.
Or it's like, we recommend you go to the gift shop and get a plushie.
Yeah.
Have you considered a pet rock? There's just like funny little answers of like, if you're not going to look after it, get an inanimate object.
Well, there's like so many people here that get like working dogs, like sheep dogs, cattle dogs, and they'll like just have them in a home. And it's like that dog needs to run around, like it has a biological need.
Yeah,
that's why it keeps jumping your fence. It's not a bad dog. You're not. It needs to be tired from chasing sheep.
Yeah, they need a job. They need something to do. And even when you have with border collies, even for example, like even you can exercise them like crazy, but it may not make any difference at all because they need
that
job.
mental.
Yeah, they need the stimulation. I had a border collie mix as a child, and it was a huge mistake. It was before the internet, and we did not know what we were doing. We should not have gotten a border collie mix. That was a disaster.
My border collie mix was. I had lots of dogs growing up, like a lot of pets, and over the years and stuff. And our border collie mix is the best dog that our family ever had. She's still alive. She's
Funnily
16.
enough, if you want a dog like that's a apartment dog that lays around and doesn't do much, Great Dane.
Great Dane, yep.
They're like so lazy.
So I grew as a teenager. My family had a Great Dane cross bull mastiff. Whoa. He was scared of ants. And he didn't like the wet grass. And he would love to bake in the sun, but only if the glass door was closed because he didn't like the breeze touching his belly.
Yeah.
When I
was working on the 4th chapter of Leasebound, we were actually house sitting for a lesbian couple, and they were obsessed with their Great Dane, like such a lesbian thing.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, they had 2 beautiful big Great Danes. They had a dresser drawer full of custom sewed nightwear for them. Like they had pajamas and jackets. They had a shed decked out with 2 beds. They had a special radio station and
they were like the beds were like human toddler beds or something.
Human toddler beds.
Yeah.
And special music that plays, and you have to put his meat in the microwave for 30 seconds, but hers likes to have it for a minute, and then you put them down, and then you have to sit with them.
Such a lesbian activity.
And they had
and you have to, when you go to bed, no matter what time they go to bed, because they like to go to bed about 8 p.m. But if you go to bed at 9:30, you still have to come out and say goodnight to them.
Yeah.
And you can't go to bed before the dogs because then they get a bit nervous that you've left them. But make sure you leave the door half open. But then they also had a little chihuahua.
Oh, the cutest little thing. And she also had a bed with a heater and a little jacket, and you have to put her food in this special bowl.
Yeah.
And they had every Scooby-Doo movie ever because they love Great Danes so much. So they had all this Scooby-Doo memorabilia. It was so fun. Yeah. And their dogs were very sweet. They were shy. We had to do a meet and greet first. And it was the first time I'd actually ever seen Great Danes in person. So I was quite intimidated by how fucking big they were. And they were like, oh, just take it slow. And I was like, because they jump and they're like, no, he's quite scared of you. He's very shy.
And he was very shy.
And then he got to know us and he would try and sit on us on the couch.
Yeah, and you're like, what do I do? And I was like, just.
And I was like, is he getting me? And she's like, no, he's just big baby.
He's just coming for a cuddle.
No.
And then the little chihuahua, when she wanted attention, she would slip out of her thingy.
Out of her jacket.
And then you have to be like, oh no, a naked chihuahua! And then she'd
dance around.
And then she'd dance, and then you put her jacket back on.
They never had kids. It was they were lesbians in their late 40s. So it's just they're living the dink life. So honestly, to be a dog adopted by a dink lesbian couple,
that's still alive.
Yeah.
It's just can't get better than that.
Yeah, they were very nice dogs. But yeah, the Great Danes, I was like, so are we going to be walking them? They're like, oh, no.
They will not be walking.
They're like, you can try, but they won't go.
They won't leave the yard. They're like, they won't leave the yard. They will go collect the mail, though.
Yeah. But yeah, they were too shy to walk.
They went out to the end of the driveway and turn around.
Yeah.
But no, a person was walking a dog past and they were like, oh my goodness, these big dogs. And these 2 Great Danes were like, oh my God, a person and a dog. And they hightailed it to their bedroom and put themselves in bed and were just shaking. This is too spooky. And the little chihuahua was like, what are we doing? I was like,
the chihuahua was
I love chihuahuas. I love them. I really love them.
So cute. I would love to have a chihuahua and not treat it bad and not aggravate it. I think they're really cute.
They have such good personalities.
But like, unfortunately, the 2 Great Danes did pass away.
Yeah.
But they've got them cremated, and they got
they
some
have
of
the
their urns, but they've also turned some of their ashes into jewelry.
Of course
They
they
have little
did.
shrines
Of course,
And they have, like,
lesbians did.
Then they had like photo shrines with the urns in the living room. You know,
Did they plant a
burning.
tree? Their
Yeah,
body,
they did.
oh.
So the boy one got a
Jacaranda?
a jacaranda, and then the girl
I knew
one,
it. How did I know?
I think she got a apple because she would always steal their apples when they were living in their previous house.
Honestly,
so they
best.
planted a Granny Smith apple and a jacaranda tree for them.
Wow.
And they had like,
cute.
and they were married too. These lesbians, they went to like New Zealand to get married,
They got
and
married on top of a mountain in winter and got helicoptered in.
yeah,
Ugh.
Wow.
very
God.
iconic lesbians, and they'd never heard of trans shit.
Yeah, they're like,
Of
what do
course
you
they
mean?
haven't. They're out there mouth on boob. They don't need this shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they got mouth on boob and Danes to care for.
Yeah.
We got mouth, boob, and Danes at home. What else are we gonna be talking about?
and Scooby Doo to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Euphoria,
My God,
what? We're
living the
watching the
life.
next Scooby Doo.
But like, can you guess their cars? They had like a giant, big like SUV, and then their other car was a ute, like a utility vehicle, like
Yeah,
that you
like
see with tradies.
Yeah,
I don't know if these words are translating to you guys.
like a pickup truck.
A
Pickup truck.
The one with like a bed in the like a
Yes, a pickup truck.
train bed thing in the back. Yeah,
Yeah.
we call those utes.
Yeah, they were very practical. They're like, well,
Yeah, one had a mullet.
one had a mullet.
Yeah, they were
Oh,
both
good for
graying.
her.
Very cool lesbians.
Yeah.
That was very cool.
Yeah.
My friend who works in a jewelry store, like she sells like engagement rings to couples all day, essentially is what she does. And she had a couple come in that was like just like my wife and me, and they even looked kind of like us.
Oh,
And she
weird.
was just like, I couldn't stop thinking about how weird it was. They were just like you. And she was like, the one that was like your wife was acting just like your wife. And I was like, that's weird.
Oh,
And then like they were just trying on rings for funsies, and then like they left, and then like the one that looks like my wife like ran back in the store like an hour later. Like, I need to buy that ring that she was trying on. like buy and put aside for really. Like she came in to like secretly buy the ring so she's gonna like propose later. And I'm like, can you please get these people's numbers? I need to hang out with them. Clearly, I want to hang out with like my doppelganger lesbian couple that is just like me. But
That is
no,
so
she
cool.
did not get their number, which I think is very upsetting and not cool.
grounds for divorce.
Mm.
Yeah. I'm gonna divorce my friend. I'm gonna divorce my friend who did not get this. Friend divorce. How could you? You can't just tell me about these people and then not somehow be like, did you even like you could have been like, I know a couple that's just like you guys. You want me to hook you up? You know?
Yeah.
You know,
I'm missing
Would be
out.
nice.
I'm missing out.
good times. Did you see this insane comment from Life Sucks? A girl got her cremated boyfriend's ashes turned into a butt plug.
I did not even silly me, I did not even think of that as an option. But
Right? Like, why did she think of this? Oh my
go off, queen, I guess.
Imagine
god. Get off, queen.
Get off,
Oh
queen.
god. Oh, God.
I don't know what to say about this. Just okay. Okay.
And what
I
did
wish-
you do with our son's ashes? Butt plug?
Yeah. It's like not even her husband. Like, did they give out like portions of the ash? She's like, I know what I'm doing with mine.
No one's
Like,
doing mine.
I-
She's adding it to her collection. She's the world's best serial killer. That's
Oh,
a very specific
saw-
thing she does.
I showed you a video where it's like this woman, she had like a rubber butt plug and she thought it was a wine corker, like that you put like just the wine.
And she was like, it's so versatile. It fits in like so many different sizes. And like
And then there was like a gay guy reacting and he was like,
just silent stare, blink.
And then he was like, is anyone going to tell her? Because I'm not going to tell her. And I was just like, oh, that's a fun one to bring out at the dinner party.
Oh god.
Wow, I
Wow.
did not realize. Like, and also, what business is out there being like, send your boyfriend's ashes, we'll turn it into a butt plug for you.
Life
imagine
Sucks, to be honest, said, oh sorry, she said he told her that her butt was his favorite part of her body, so it was to honor that. Okay. Alright.
All right.
Take a photo of your ass and just like
Put it by his grave.
put it by his grave, or like you know how you can like take a photo and then like if you like recreate it over and over again with the different shadows and stuff, you can turn it into a picture. Like, make a picture of your boyfriend's face with your ass. Like, I don't know, like but like, you know, the ones with
Yeah, I do know what you're talking about. It's just very funny, baby. You're so silly.
But like, I feel like that, like, you could at least be like, I don't know. This, like, either way, you're not showing his parents.
No.
Please don't.
Imagine,
Yeah,
like,
that'd be
she gets a new boyfriend eventually one day, and, like, she's still got her old boyfriend in her ass.
Oh, God. Like, no, he comes with us to the relationship.
Comes with
I'm
us.
honoring
my God.
I'm honoring my
Did
former
you want to have a go?
love.
Oh, my God.
My boyfriend.
I need you to know you accept my boyfriend. You need to wear his pop-up too. That's how I know that you support and honor him.
He was an ass man, so
Oh my god.
That's insane. I don't even know if that would be like bodily safe either. Like, how do they?
well, they probably like.
Well, I'm sure the ashes were like mixed into
Yeah,
the glass or whatever.
Yeah. And then sealed in a way that's safe, I guess. But still, like, wow.
It's just such a move. Like, like I just can't believe, like, because there has to be a service that provides that
Right.
that's popular enough to, unless it's
That you
like
could
just like.
find it.
Unless she
Private
did like
glass
one of those
custom.
things where she
I hope
just
she
chose.
wasn't a DIY job at all.
Yeah, like, is it just like a company that's like chooses like the body safe shape and they didn't think that she was gonna make a butt plug, or is it specifically your boyfriend to butt plug, all your boyfriend to butt plug needs? Like,
Wow.
B2B, boyfriend to butt plug.
Oh. Oh.
Oh my god.
oh my god. Okay.
Great Witch being like, the places these streams go. Like, yeah.
Oh my
Yeah. You never know.
The
We're
what you're
so
gonna
on
get.
topic for so long.
The stories the girls, the girlies come up with.
Yes. That's great. Oh my god. Elle, I left for a bit and came back to talk of boyfriend asses. What the fuck happened?
So sorry, Queen.
Listen. Having a good time.
We go where the girlies take us. All right, we can be led.
We can be bad.
We can be led. Okay.
You know what? That's gonna be like, if we renew vows, I promise to turn you into a butt
Thank
plug.
you. I'm actually gonna have that record. Please never do that, and I promise to not do the same to you.
Please do not turn me into a sex toy.
Yeah, of any kind.
Oh,
I just want to cover all
yeah.
bases.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Me also.
I think that's
Can
fair.
I turn you into a weapon
How about
I'd
a
appreciate that.
jewelry?
with like a baseball bat or something?
No, I'd rather like a knife. That feels more my
Okay.
style.
All right. So knives are on the table. All right. Okay.
Or like a needle that you can stab people with.
I'd like to be a pencil so you can draw with me.
Oh.
I mean, sure.
This was at an Australian airport. Life sucks, to be honest. Oh god. Good lord.
Good lord.
Good lord.
Lord.
Does anyone have any other hot takes you'd like to hear our take on? Just while we're here.
Yeah. I don't.
I'm just seeing if the chat does.
Yeah, I know. Oh, Plum Plummy's going to sleep now. Good night, Plum Plummy.
Good night,
Sleep
Pumpkin.
well.
Sorry, sorry.
And
Sorry.
I'm gonna
Sorry.
end the stream by doing the same thing that I was doing before I started and mowing the backyard.
Ooh,
No, I
good
thought we were
luck.
doing mouth on
Godspeed.
boob.
Mouth. We're doing mouth on boob.
I will be expecting a picture of the freshly mowed lawn at some point 7 to 8 hours from now. And if
The
not,
freshly
it's
mowed
not-
lawn.
I
Wink,
was
wink.
expecting a picture of the mouth on boob.
You know
not the mouth
what?
on
Like,
boob, the freshly mowed lawn. I know it might be 7 to 8 hours from now. That's
like it is not a great job. It's just cutting
It's
it
okay.
down.
It's a job. I mean, the mower does have a catcher on it, so.
Yeah.
fine.
Well,
Pack, sweetie.
thanks
Maybe.
for
Yeah.
joining me, gals. Thanks for being here.
Thank you
Thanks
for having us.
having me.
Yeah,
Thanks,
just
chat,
fun.
for having
Well,
us.
like
I said us and you said me. What does that say?
but I'm
You
usually
think
not
you're better
in
than
this.
me?
Well, yes,
Well, yes, but also
but also I'm usually not in the stream, so I was saying
You're always
thank
welcome.
you.
Then.
Yeah, always
I'm usually
welcome.
at work.
Yeah, but you're
That's true.
iconic.
Big Mrs. Rusty, you gotta be here.
Exactly.
I'm going to probably go take this doggy on a little walk because it's only 8:30 here and it's really hot. Oh my god, it's only May 2nd. And it's going to be 28 or 29 degrees tomorrow and I'm going to KMS.
Oh,
No.
queen.
Ugh. It's way too early. It's only May 3rd.
Sorry, queen.
Ugh. And then I'm doing nothing else this weekend. But it's
That
an
sounds
F1
nice.
weekend, so that's going to be
Oh, your blowbos are going fast in the car.
Yeah,
big
my
one?
blorbos are going to drive fast.
I hope they
It's
drive the
Golden Week here.
fastest.
Yeah. It's Golden Week here, so everyone's on vacation, so you can't do anything because everywhere's full of tourists. Like everything is like you can't go anywhere and do anything. It's just you have to hunker down and wait for it to end.
I
that's
have
what
a
we'll be
suggestion
doing.
for you.
Oh,
Mouth
hold
on
on. Okay. Look. Yeah, there will be some.
Good.
Good.
And don't forget about the sister of Mouth on Booby, or the
Yeah.
friend.
Oh, of
Yeah.
course.
No, don't kill yourself. You're so sexy.
I say that to people all the time, and they never know what I'm referencing, and it makes me so upset because I just look like a weirdo. I'm like, no, don't kill yourself. You're so sexy. And they're like, what?
I have no idea what you're referencing.
TikTok.
Oh, yeah.
It's an internet meme or whatever. It's like from
Yeah,
some
it's
fuckboy,
one of
like
those
saying that to a
memes,
girl.
baby.
Oh, the
It's like when a
memes.
guy's like trying to, slide into a girl's DM and bother her, and she was like, vague posting about killing herself or whatever, and he's like, no, don't kill yourself. You're so sexy.
Well,
Well, I hope
which,
the
thank
doggo
you.
doesn't
I should
have.
make that.
I hope the doggo doesn't have too much anxiety on the walk.
Yeah.
she does okay usually. She's always at like a 3, but
No.
yeah, like I said, she's kind of pathetic. And but she'll be fine. It's good weather, so that's what really helps because when it's rainy or even a little bit overcast, she's like, there could be rain and freaks out.
We might die.
Exactly.
Oh, baby.
I know. But anyway, yeah, so I'm gonna go do that and enjoy your weekends, everyone. Probably be back
Thank you.
on Tuesday. And
Sounds
yeah,
good, everyone. Have a nice weekend.
have a good
Have
one.
fun.
Think
Bye.
pussy.
Good night. Good
Oh,
day.
Bye.
Links to Nana and Rusty's channel will be in the description box, as well as links to Rusty's website. Okay.
Yeah, like the stream, refresh, and leave a comment after it's over.
Oh, okay.
Make sure it
Thanks.
says pussy somewhere in it.
But you might have to
It will-
censor type it.
Yeah.
YouTube
it won't
will
go
eat
through
it.
Mouth on
otherwise.
boob.
Yeah.
Or mouth on boob. Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
mouth on boob.
Bye.